wishing I could take a break from this world. Running on a hamster wheel, but searching for something I can't feel. I just wanna be a lost girl and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate above the ground and make eye contact with clouds. Now I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free. Finally, I wanna be free. I wanna be free. Finally, I wanna be free. I always stay dreaming, never imagine I lose my spark. Living in this crazy time, putting back the pieces of my mind. I know how to run from the dark and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate into the clouds. I'm so high above the ground, I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free. Finally, I wanna be free. I wanna be free. Finally, I wanna be free. Finally.
Last second thing, I'm not gonna put the border up because Tracy wants to show off her costume. So knock yourself out.
I like that new intro music, bro. I like the original one, and then this one right here is like, because you know I'm a real mellow kind of cat who likes instrumentals and laid back music. That was tight.
You never heard that one before?
I don't believe so.
Oh, I didn't play that for the last.
I was like,
days.
Man, that sounds like Anne-Marie out there singing, man.
Nice. Welcome to Saturday Night Vibe, the progressive news show that just don't give a damn. I am your host, Marlon Clyburn, with Theus Robinson and Tracy Carson from Tracy Carson Media. On today's show, we have the challenge. And the challenge will be specifically to Theus Robinson. And the challenge is, Theus, I will show a slew of videos to Theus. Theus cannot, in no way, shape, or form, make it political. Now, when I say political, let's go ahead and put some ground rules together. When I say political, I mean he cannot bring up any government entity in any way, shape, or form. That includes groups, that includes corporate, conservatives, Democrats, liberals, grassroots, whatever. Now, here's also another rule, so we're not cheating Theus. Social remarks is not the same as political remarks.
All right.
So if he makes a social remark on the video, that's fair game. I also want to change this. my wife came back and said, well, Marlon, you made the challenge to Theus. You did not make the challenge to Tracy. So, Tracy, you can make a political statement.
Hey, that's like baiting me.
Wait.
That's
However, there's one caveat. So we're going to see how much Tracy really wants to just have to say something. If Tracy makes a political statement, Theus is allowed to make one political statement.
Oh, heck.
Only one, but you open the gate for Theus to make one political statement. So do you want to play fair or do you want to be right?
I want a different challenge for me.
Oh, yours is coming.
Y'all can't trip this one up.
But anyway, welcome to everyone that's watching right now. We appreciate it. Thank you for coming in. Please do not forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe, especially the subscribe button, especially that like button. It'll really help the channel out.
and ding the bell.
Please hit that notification bell.
Mm-hmm.
Please do so. Now, before we get this party started, I just wanted to go ahead and get the tough stuff out of the way. And I've already talked to Tracy and Theus about this. I want to apologize to the audience. And the reason I want to apologize is because I made Saturday Night Vibe Radical Truth to Power. Saturday Night Vibe was not in any way, shape, or form supposed to be Radical Truth to Power. In other words, Radical Truth to Power was the political progressive news show. The deep philosophical, down and dirty, no apologetic show. That was what Radical Truth to Power was. Saturday Night Vibe was supposed to be lighthearted, mental escape from reality type show.
And then I showed up.
It has nothing on Theus at all. This has nothing to do on Theus. And I'm going to tell you why, Theus. You said it before that it was on you. It was the videos I was showing. But the videos that I was showing and the stories I was telling you were political. So you're going to respond to it political. I started Saturday Night Vibe for a mental escape. I take mental illness in this country very seriously. I've seen it firsthand and everything. It is not a joke. So I use Saturday Night Vibe to escape from that. Just a breather. I mean, it's what, even if I know we joke and say, we've been on here for 3 hours and oh man, come on, 3 hours. We come on Saturday, next thing you know, we finna go to church. I get it. But in hindsight, you also got to remember it's 3 hours out of 7 days a week of political talk. I'll take it. Really, I will. So with that said, Saturday Night Vibe is going back to lighthearted social events and everything. And some of the social things may be a little in because it's America, all of the way it is. But it ain't going to be as heavy as Radical Truth to Power. Radical Truth to Power is coming back, and right now I'm thinking Sundays. Only because I don't have anything to do Sunday night, and I don't want to quit that job because I think it's totally unfair to do so. It's like, we build a great platform here. We build a lot of people coming in, and I hate to go, I don't feel like doing it. Good night, y'all. Talk to y'all later. All right, suckers. I'm not going to do that. So Radical Truth to Power will be on Sundays. That's what made me why I'm saying what I'm saying now. Hit the notification bell because I really don't know when it may come on. I mean, I feel like being bothered on Sunday. I may just still be pissed off and angry at I must use a political thing. I may already be pissed off and angry at a whole bunch of parties. And I don't want to do that anymore. So hit that notification bell to catch us. Let's see. Mickey in the house. Mickey in the house. Can we make a political statement? Not sure I can shut up for that long.
Oh no, Mickey's just for us.
No,
yeah, it's just for you, Mickey.
Yeah, Mickey, you're free.
You are literally allowed to make a political statement. The only rule dictates that if Tracy makes a political statement and opens the door for Theus, and let's make this perfectly clear, because I know who I'm dealing with. One political statement, Theus.
Sure.
If Tracy does it, you get one.
Yeah, gotcha.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh boy, now I gotta watch.
But political statement open to the public, so to speak. So, with that said, let's get this party started. Now, giving you a fair warning, when I say this is lighthearted, controversial, and everything, I wasn't joking. We're going to get into a whole lot of a spectrum of social issues. Some you may disagree with, some you may totally agree with, some you may not even thought of. This is going to be the first one. Get ready.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys why it is crucial, important to have sex on the first date. Hear me out. So I recently was seeing this guy. We were taking things slow. We probably had like 10 to 15 dates before actually having sex, okay? Before we had sex, I asked him, I was like, hey, so what do you like during sex? Do you have any like kinks, Trying to, He was like, no, I don't really have any kinks, nothing crazy, Okay. Cool. So we go to have sex. At first it was fine, okay? His dick was fine. He was fine. And then he starts to dirty talk. Now I know what you're thinking. Dirty talk is sexy. Dirty talk is hot. I agree completely. But this man did not do your typical, he could have said anything other than what he said. Because, okay, let me just reenact this for you. Okay, I'm him, okay? Yeah, you want me to get you pregnant? Yeah, you want me to put a baby in you so everyone knows you're mine? Yeah, you want me to get you pregnant? Now, I don't kink shame, but what the fuck? What the fuck? First time having sex, I asked you about your kinks, you didn't think that would you didn't think you could you should tell me that? You don't just spring that on somebody. That is the least sexy thing you could possibly say. Also, then he was like, talk back, say something. What the fuck do you want me to say? Yeah, you want to pay for my abortion? You want to be a single dad? Yeah? What the fuck? Months of getting to know this guy, getting deep with him, getting personal with him, out the door. Have sex on the first date. You heard it here first. Don't say I didn't warn you. You're welcome.
So that's the conclusion she drew from that.
Yeah,
that was the conclusion she drew.
That was the conclusion.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. So, first of all, Shorty's beautiful. I was distracted for most of the video, but it makes me wonder, for him to say that, first of all, that's not a kink. That's just crazy. Okay. Yeah, no, that's back in my past. Somebody said they loved me on the first time, and that was our last time. So there's certain things you just don't say, right? But is she somehow saying that they had unprotected sex their first time having sex? Anybody else hear that?
Wow.
I didn't come to that conclusion.
Just saying, because
yeah,
how else is he going to do this?
That would be a conclusion.
That would have to be a conclusion, though.
That would have to be a conclusion to make. I didn't think about that. Wow. Only thing I had to say for was basically what you just said.
Okay, you keep saying this about women. I want you to go to wherever your wife is, show that video wrong, and I want you to say the same thing with her in the room.
Yeah, I would tell my wife that a person is pretty. I mean,
no, not the way you saying it.
I chose women because I like women.
This girl needs help. What does she?
Yeah.
She comes to the brilliant conclusion that having sex on the first date is better than forming a relationship because guy went all cuckoo for. He could have been that way the first. Girl,
exactly. Like, would he not say something crazy on day one?
Girl, so you don't know. So you go say,
good
girl,
remark, Nikki. Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
See, that's possible, but the only reason I didn't lean with that was because one, she didn't sound like he had threatened her in some way, because that's what stealthing is. It's rape. And then two, the statement itself implies that there's no barrier here. And her response was, well, are you going to pay for me to get an abortion? Or are you going to be a single father? So it's like, I didn't pick up in her response that it was that case. It was more of they were just doing what they was doing and they were playing, catch with no catcher. I don't know.
I'm just trying to figure out how she jumped from guys crazy to have sex on the first date. I'm like, girl, you ain't making no sense.
I'll give that to you. I'm not getting that either.
I'm like, So he's a bad, he
I guess she
bad dirty talks, and she says, hey, I'm just going to sleep with him on the first date.
He got a screw loose and showed us it's just that her crazy didn't match his crazy.
Yeah, I'm thinking she ain't right, because I'm like, obviously something wrong with him to say that, but girl,
her interview was,
why did you think
is there anything kinky you need to tell me? That's the whole
interview. That's the first thing she want to know.
But wait a minute.
Not whether, do you have a disease I should know about? Kinky? Have you been tested for HIV? She wants to know, are you kinky? Oh gosh, what's wrong with people?
Why would anybody think that statement that the guy made was kinky?
Well, I mean, I guess because it's not. Like, to me, that was just creepy.
It was creepy.
Like I said, back in the old days when someone said they loved me on the first time through, that is a scary moment. So like with him saying that.
What did you say, Tracy?
I said a man don't know me to say something like that the first time they meet.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Tracy, I swear I thought you said something else. I thought you told Theus, you don't know me.
Like, no.
Wait a minute now. Hold on.
No, I did not say that.
Yeah, but anyways, just her logic just didn't flow in a straight line for me.
My first reaction was that he had insecure in his masculinity, that he thinks getting a woman pregnant proves he's a man.
Yeah,
that's true. But she asked the wrong questions.
Mickey, what also was kind of creepy is what his statement was. Can I? Yeah. Let me get you pregnant so everybody know you're mine.
Mine. What?
Yeah, that's a Neanderthal thought.
Yeah, that's.
But
I know somebody who did that. I knew somebody who did that.
But where does she think that's okay to ask? Hey, you into something? What?
Well, no.
But that was over several days.
Especially in today's world.
Several days.
Yeah. But she didn't ask. The first question I'm asking is, hey, you done had an HIV test? Have you tested positive for something? I need to know these things.
You would think, because she said that they talked for a period of time first, right? So that means this wasn't like a second date experience, right? So there's ample time. 10 dates in. Yeah, I'm like, there's ample time to have had that conversation of,
10 dates?
What's your status?
Well, I think she said like 5-6 dates in or something like that.
Yeah, she said they had a number of dates. So her conclusion was cut down on the dates so you can get to the crazy faster.
Basically, that's what it came out.
Because we played the next video because this girl got my head hurt.
Get my life back. That's basically what she said.
Yeah, she's like, her waste of time were all the dates.
Because the waste of time was the sex. So you get what I'm saying?
You wasted my time.
We're going to have sex. The thought is, if I'm going to stay with you afterwards.
Yeah. She feels like the time, or at least what she conveyed in this video, was the time invested with all those dates was a waste of time.
Yeah.
We could have just gone ahead and get to the finish first. So.
No, what's mine? That's what I was...
Yeah, that's that
Pretty
whole
much.
thing where they'd be like, "Whose is it? Not yours."
Like he be the only one.
Well, it is now. Since you have my baby.
How you know how does he know she's the only one he's sleeping with?
Well, they don't even ask those questions now.
Well, they don't.
See, I'm asking all type of questions. Who you in? Is this monogamous? Do we see? I'm too old. See,
Tracy,
for this.
we came up in the era of AIDS, where we were afraid of AIDS and herpes, right?
And chlamydia.
Syphilis.
Yeah, but chlamydia, syphilis, gonorrhea, you could get those fixed. But AIDS and herpes, that's yours. So, but now they have so many things that make STDs livable for people that they really are not afraid of it like that. They're just not. They're all about exploring their sexuality like they did in the 70s. Like we're back in the 70s as far as like the sexual revolution is concerned.
Knock yourself out.
Yeah, I'm too old for this, man.
Not me, buddy. I'm good. Thank you. All right, we're moving on to the next one, and I don't even know how to describe it. I'm not even going to take our picture down because it's real short. Other than to say, what goes around comes around.
Oh, hell no, motherfucker. Come here.
I missed it.
I don't think I did. I think that was the black guy who was whipping, who had the whips in his hand.
Yeah, that was a guy.
The other black guy was like, "Oh, I got the idea. Now I'm gonna whip this white guy standing next to me."
Is that what you got from it? Because I was like, wait a minute, wasn't it a black guy who was swinging whatever those noodles were around?
Whatever he had in his hands, and then the black guy was like, "Oh, this is a good one. I'm gonna whip this guy next to me."
I never would have drawn that connection.
Yep,
I'm just looking at it like, because I'm trying to figure out what in the world is this dude slinging around? Is it hitting him? Is it hitting the ground? What is this thing he's doing?
It's two whips.
Oh, well, they seemed like they were thick and weird looking. So I thought he was just playing around with something stupid. And then all of a sudden you have the two guys, and one's like, "Oh, hell no," and takes off running. And I'm like, what are you running from? Did you? What?
We're gonna move on then, because it ain't no fun if you don't understand.
Yep, I got it.
The main thing I got from it is how good that man was with it.
Yo, Mickey Wood.
Okay.
Mickey Wood.
Oh, by the way, I did see the full video of him using those whips. Woo.
There's certain talents I don't need to have.
Yeah.
I don't want to learn.
I have good handwriting. I'm happy.
Be proud of that.
That's right.
There you go. Ain't nothing wrong with mediocre talent.
Hey, you haven't seen my R's, sir.
What? All right. The next one, I am going to take our picture down because it's a little longer than normal. Wait, is it? Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't think of a better way other than saying this ain't going anywhere near what you thought it was going to go. So.
You can get this question right, then you get $10,000 right here in cash. Are you ready?
They right there.
Yes, $10,000.
I'm ready.
I bet. So your mom got 4 kids. North, South, and East. What's the last one's name?
West. East. You so damn stupid.
Your mom has 4 kids. North, South, and East. What's the last one's name? Think.
West.
It's not West. The answer is your name.
My name West.
Your name's what?
My name is West.
Your name's West?
My name West.
Wait a damn minute.
I don't believe you. Your name is not West. Your name is not West.
What's my name?
West.
Come here, let me. What's my name?
West.
Let me get to the bottom.
His name's Wes?
Let me get to the
Wait,
bottom.
your name?
My name Wes. My name Wes, G. Appreciate you, though.
Trying to be a smart ass.
Yo,
First of all, I think let me say this. First of all, I think the whole thing is fake.
yeah, definitely, but it was fun.
Because it was easy just to say, dude, let me see your driver's license or something. And $10,000 for a simple question of a 50-50 chance that these people already heard the question before and they know the answer. So you go throw $10,000 on. That being said, I love the ending. You thought he was stupid or it was them got you questions and everything. You didn't think anybody would answer the question correctly.
See, that guy, he's allowed to do payroll.
Yep.
I'm gonna call myself not smart because I kept saying, okay, north, south, east. But wouldn't the fourth one be named West?
Only if your name
is
West. Okay.
Otherwise, the fourth child's name is Tracy.
It's Tracy.
See, okay. That literally makes no sense, but it makes sense.
Yeah, that's how they get them. But yeah, kind of like the guy with the Ayez or whatever it was. Remember the guy who couldn't spell eyes? It's your video.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, now I remember.
What was it?
I think that was I think it was. It was eyes. But anyway, but yeah, that's cool. I appreciate it. But you know what? It made me feel like because see, I love the different ways that people talk. So that was definitely like a down south accent. Because when she came on, she was like Wes. So technically, she could have been saying Wes, like Wesley, but she was saying West. So his name could be Wesley. Just got 10 G's because nobody else could pick up that it was two different names.
Well, obviously, this is a poorly written out sketch.
I liked it.
I liked it.
I mean, it was funny, but I'm like, there's no way he had $10,000 in his hand.
No, I just don't think they would put $10,000 up on a question like that.
50, I could see.
But they do stupid stuff like that. Like they go out and pretend like they're handing out money to people and stuff like that because it's all about the joke, you know. But I'll take this type of man on the street random thing over World Star, right? So,
yeah, well,
I like it.
That depends because even the ones that's not on World Star, I'm getting kind of sick and tired of the. I'm going to ask you a question knowing that I know you don't have the answer to it off the bat. And I'm just going to keep asking you several times. It's like, okay, now it's just it went from being funny to being embarrassing.
Well, yeah, kind of like the one with the race.
Well, that's like the old show, Hidden Camera, where they would just pull like insane practical jokes on people.
What would you do?
Yeah, something like that. Just insane, stupid stuff. It's like, really?
Yeah, but it was like y'all remember the race one, right? The video.
Yeah, I was going to ask you what the race.
All right, so so you and me are going to run a race, or you and me are in a race, and you're in. What is it? You're in second place, and I pass you. What place are you now?
You're in second place.
No, you're in second place and I pass you.
You're still in second place.
But no, you're now in third place.
Yeah, and I fall behind you because you've passed me, but you haven't passed the person in front who was in front of me.
Right, but the way they ask it in the street, it catches them off guard because it's saying you're in second, I pass you. What place are you now?
Yeah, and I'm in third,
and they'll say second because they'll forget about first, or it's something like that. But it's a similar kind of thing.
I can do things like that. I can do the trickery questions that half the United States is going to get. What I'm talking about is the whole
just broadcasting how ignorant
somebody pulls up with a fake publisher's
sort of the stuff where
check.
You walked up to the right person that doesn't have that type of education. Name all the continents.
It's not about I can't find Waldo. I'll be like, where?
I hated that game with a passion. I hated that game.
I can never find Waldo.
No, I just don't have the patience to. I just don't.
Well, I have a comment, but I'm not gonna make it.
Okay, that's 2. All right.
Wait a minute, we're at 3 now.
Yeah, he's at 3.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna count the. How do I count the whip thing that you didn't understand?
It still happened, brother. It still happened.
Okay.
You're going to watch that again because I got it like right off the bat. I'm like, oh, okay.
There's a man standing in the field slinging stuff around because he's bored and ain't got no friends.
Oh wow!
Or he's into. Let me be quiet.
He need to do that. He need to do that behind closed doors.
But you have good.
There's people he can hire for that. Join the right club. The people will do it for him for free. Just saying. Probably the girl in the first video. If he just admitted
we're
it
gonna
first.
move on to the next one here.
Yo, she.
If he just admitted it, if he would just tell her that that's his kink, she might be okay.
On. We are moving on.
First date.
Lord have mercy. I'd rather you talk political. Moving on. How long is this one? I don't think it's too long, and I'm gonna tell you off the bat. I totally agree, 100%, no doubt about it. Fight me, I don't care.
On today's episode of Let's Talk About It, spaghetti is a meal by itself. It is not a side. Only thing you need with spaghetti is what? Bread. If anybody said anything else like fried chicken or fish or coleslaw or corn, come to the front. Come to the front.
Nah, she wrong.
I like her too, but
Nah, she's way wrong.
she's obviously never had chicken parmesan because
she sure haven't.
Spaghetti oftentimes comes as a side.
That's not spaghetti. That's
but
pasta.
is she talking about?
No, spaghetti is a side.
Spaghetti is
with,
definitely
with
a
chicken
side.
parmesan. Like you'll get chicken parmesan, and on the side they'll give you a small order of spaghetti.
No, spaghetti
Yes.
is a meal. Chicken
I agree.
parmesan is a meal.
No,
It
it's
is a
not.
meal.
Never go to spaghetti.
It is a meal.
Never ever go.
How
to
is it a
side
meal? It don't
dish.
have but one
Just
thing.
because you made it smaller doesn't mean it becomes a side dish.
No, it all depends on the portion size.
And then what do you put on? Is she talking about just?
Oh, I know.
Is she talking about plain spaghetti, or is she talking about spaghetti with like meat sauce or
Yeah,
marinara
Is she
sauce?
talking about black folks spaghetti, or is she talking about other folks spaghetti?
That's what I'm
You
wondering.
know,
What
I'm
kind
just
of spaghetti
saying.
is she talking about?
A doggone difference.
It make a
Spaghetti
difference.
is not a meal.
It make a difference.
It's not a meal.
It make a difference. Because if you give me other folks spaghetti, I'm probably not gonna eat that much, and I need something a little bit heavier to go with
Is she
this right
she
here.
talking about just
But-
plain white spaghetti? That is not a meal. That's disgusting.
That okay.
A bed of noodles with some stuff dropped on the
Again.
top. That ain't.
Spaghetti is the main course.
If that's how they make it.
That's it. I don't
You
need
have to
corn
have
What if you
chicken
want a
or
salad?
fish with it. Period.
What if you want a
or
salad?
salad. That's fine.
Yeah, you can do a
Spaghetti and
salad.
a salad. I get that.
But she talking about a meal. That ain't a meal.
Who in the world
She
is
said
doing
you can only
spaghetti
have
and fried
bread.
chicken?
She said bread only. I'm like, where's the salad?
Spaghetti and fish. Who is doing this?
Me.
Well, I'll do the
Spaghetti
spaghetti and the
and
chicken
fish?
though.
Sure do.
I'll
All
do
time.
spaghetti and chicken. I sure will.
What?
Or I'll
Sure
make
did.
I'll make some
Any day of the week.
tortellini. I'll make tortellini and have some spaghetti. I like pasta.
You put me, can fix me some spaghetti and put some white fish on there. I'm gonna eat it. How you think I'm so big now?
And then I wonder how she feels about if you make your spaghetti with shrimp in it.
Yep, or chicken.
Right?
Thank you, Mickey. Thank you, Mickey.
No, it's not. You gotta have something.
Spaghetti
else.
No,
is the
I
main
agree,
meal.
Mickey, that is what
It-
a full spaghetti meal is. But spaghetti in and of itself is not always
By
the whole
itself,
meal.
you're not gonna put no salad, no nothing. You're gonna
side
just eat
people
spaghetti.
I got side people over here asking questions too.
Give me
Do
some
baked
fried
spaghetti
chicken
is
or some
there-
baked
baked
chicken.
spaghetti ain't gonna make a difference. Baked spaghetti, loose spaghetti,
Is
whatever.
she talking
That's
about
the main
with or
deal.
without marinara sauce? This is my first question.
No,
If
if it's
you make-
spaghetti
if you
without
make
marinara sauce, it's a
baked
fight in that
spaghetti
house.
without
We're gonna
marinara
have a fight.
sauce.
We're
So
gonna have a fight.
I'm just wondering what she talking about.
We're gonna have a fight at that point. Ain't no on
I would
site.
fight you.
Site.
If you make baked spaghetti with no marinara sauce,
Some people put Alfredo on their spaghetti.
That's just they ain't had a right noodle, so they just went with what they got.
Yeah.
But
So now it's Alfredo.
You can have spaghetti and coleslaw, spaghetti and salad, but you got to have spaghetti and something else. You can't just
coleslaw
have
shouldn't even be an
Coleslaw
item.
is
That's the most
delicious.
disgusting thing ever.
Coleslaw is delicious.
Coleslaw?
Mayonnaise
Yes.
encased cabbage. That's just ew.
Yes, delicious.
Oh, that's horrible.
And don't put no macaroni and cheese with it.
I will not.
Game over.
Man, I actually had to drive all the way back to Zaxby's because they put coleslaw in my food. I told them, look, coleslaw should be on request only. Don't you ever just stick that in my food.
Okay, so you have a problem with coleslaw, period, then.
I have a problem with mayonnaise. But yeah, coleslaw is just disgusting.
Boy, you really gonna hate me, then. Because that's my favorite condiment.
No, the barbecue sauce is the most perfect condiment.
No, it's not. It only goes through 5
barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce is the most.
You can't put it on
condiment.
steak. You can't put it on a hamburger. You can't put it on a hot dog. You can't
what you said? You can't put it on a hamburger?
Who's gonna eat hamburger? Like, I'm gonna put some barbecue sauce on it.
Everybody.
Barbecue sauce on hamburger.
Not this one.
Everybody. You ever been to a black cookout in the South?
I don't put barbecue sauce on my hamburger.
Spaghetti alioli.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know, Mickey. Tell me what that is.
That sounds too fancy for me.
It's a spaghetti dish. I just don't know. I'm shocked that I know how to pronounce alioli.
Spaghetti and fried
I know
fish.
spaghetti al
Perfect
dente. Ain't
combination.
that when the noodle ain't cooked all the way? Oh.
I know al dente means it's cooked through. That's very much what I know.
You're supposed to cook it al dente.
So yeah, because the sauce is going to soften it the rest of the way. You don't want to have it all mushy.
Yep, I have spaghetti and fish.
As far as I go.
Best combo ever.
No.
Besides fried chicken and macaroni and cheese.
Chicken parmesan goes with spaghetti.
Chicken and fried fish. All day, every day.
So if you put some coleslaw anywhere near my food, it's on site.
I know someone who adds mayo to their spaghetti.
That person is a criminal.
Who? Now, even I don't do that.
That's the person who kicks puppies. I'm just saying.
He gonna make me take my hat off on that.
That person can't be trusted. Don't do it. Don't leave them around. No small children. Don't do it.
Well,
mayonnaise goes in a very, very, very slim number of things. It goes in potato salad.
It
goes in deviled egg.
Now that I can't stand. Them two things I can't stand. Deviled eggs.
Well, I'm concerned about you because you don't do barbecue sauce, but you do coleslaw.
Before
you think that mayonnaise, not mayonnaise, you're okay with mayonnaise. Your problem is with potato salad.
Just because it has eggs in it. I hate eggs.
But mayonnaise is okay.
Mayonnaise is okay. I know it's got eggs in it.
They won't let me talk, so I can't tell.
Only time I eat eggs is when I make a brownie. That's it. I'm like, oh, okay, I gotta have eggs.
The person that made that comment is Fox.
Okay.
Foxy puts mayonnaise in her spaghetti?
Because I want to. No, you don't.
Foxy puts mayonnaise in her spaghetti?
No, Marlon said he
Marlon does it. Sir, you're a criminal.
So you got me kicking puppies.
Kicking puppies, yes, sir.
But that ain't even normal.
That's horrible, sir.
I mean, on a sandwich, yeah, I put some mayo.
I'm trying to figure out how that would even look.
I put it on hot dogs.
I've seen people do that.
Nah, I
don't agree with them doing that, but I've seen.
Cook garlic and oil poured over spaghetti. Nope, gotta have some red on top of it.
Garlic and oil.
About that one.
Nope.
No, that's just slimy spaghetti. I can't do that.
I just gotta have some red on the top.
Yeah, I can't.
No, he got me kicking puppies, and I can't be around kids no more.
He got all them kids.
But I love you, though.
Just told me I shouldn't be doing this show. Trust me.
But what makes you think, oh, here a pile of spaghetti. I'm going to get some. I'm
going to get some mayonnaise. You know what I need? I need some.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry, Mickey. I'm coming back. Don't you ever think Miracle Whip is the same thing you know.
It is.
Hell not. No, it isn't. No.
Wow.
No. No.
Mayonnaise people
I
can't
will
stand when you
fight
say
you.
Miracle Whip.
They the same to
Say
me.
that again.
I substitute one for another. I'm like, they taste the
It's
same to
not the
me.
same taste.
They taste the same to me. I ain't that deep in it.
It's like if you were making sour cream and just didn't want to put in the effort. It's
Basically.
disgusting.
I will put some damn water in it.
Oh,
You literally just did it for lubrication. You just give a rat's ass about taste.
Oh my
You
goodness.
really did. You just wanted to see.
Mayonnaise is wrong.
I ain't gonna say that.
Mayonnaise
mayonnaise
is wrong.
makes things taste good. Not spaghetti.
I don't suppose any of you accept that different people taste.
Oh, I can definitely accept
We
that.
accept them, but
Absolutely.
I ain't, bring your own food when you come to
Don't
my
change
house.
Get on here
'Cause
for a
I
while
can't.
now, because apparently all
Still
three of
wrong.
us got totally three different taste buds.
We sure do.
We do.
Boy, you
We-
get some spaghetti and some fried fish.
I just don't get y'all.
Thank you, person that said that.
would
Thank
say
you.
I don't
Can't
like
stand
eggs,
eggs
but I
that
get
taste
boiled
like
eggs.
nothing.
But she said
that was Foxy
but she
again.
will get boiled eggs and egg whites.
I don't do that second part, but I don't like eggs. I can't stand them. They nasty. They disgusting.
Man, boiled eggs on a salad.
To do the yolk. She can't do yolk. She can't do the
I
yolk.
can't do the whole dang on egg.
I don't. Hey, man, look, scramble them,
Thank you.
make them omelet.
Thank you.
I don't know the difference between mayonnaise and Miracle Whip. Shoot, I
It's the
watch
same
two.
thing.
Whip is
It's the same
salad
thing.
dressing.
Two different
Miracle Whip
labels.
is salad dressing.
Two different
That's
labels.
all it
That's
is.
all. Same thing.
Because they look just they right next to each other in the aisle. I'm like, oh, okay, this is that. Boom.
Someone said, "Hey, how do we make a condiment that is really hard to look at and devoid of flavor?"
No, that's ketchup.
Here we go. Well, ketchup
Ketchup
is
is
an
absolutely
introductory.
I don't do
disgusting.
ketchup at all.
I can't eat it.
Ketchup
on
is
nothing.
entry level condiment, right? That's
It's entry
that's
level
little
to
kid. That's
nothing.
little kid condiment. So there's a time and a place for ketchup.
Where? I don't put it on French
Yeah,
fries.
it's
I
trash.
don't put it on hamburgers. I don't put it on hot dog. I don't even buy it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna so y'all can get y'all little kicks and giggles in.
But yeah, Tracy, I don't know the difference between Miracle.
I'm
Whip
just
and-
like they taste the same to me.
It ain't nowhere near the same. Nowhere near the same.
They both
I'm
they
talking about
both
to
fall
me.
they clumpy cells right out of the bottle the same way.
Why are they in the same aisle? They right next to each other. Just like Pepsi and
Because your
Coke.
grocery store is trash and don't know how to put crap up. They don't.
Pepsi and Coke are basically the same. Just like Miracle Whip and mayonnaise. Basically the same thing.
Anybody who think Miracle Whip and mayonnaise is the same thing cannot be trusted with a house.
Hey, I'm trying to get it out. So you know what?
Yeah, we're not going to be able to do
on.
that. I had one of my children used to eat mayonnaise until I bullied her so much that she decided she wasn't going to do it no more.
Now bullying the babies, that ain't right.
Hey, she was 10. She wasn't a baby no more. In this house, you got to toughen up.
That's a baby.
Yeah, we gon' us old church people gonna call
She
that
don't
as a
eat
baby.
whatever you want to call it. She don't eat mayonnaise no more. Ha ha ha.
Even I wouldn't do that kind of stuff.
I didn't tell her that she couldn't have it. But that's my baby. So she basically eats whatever I eat. So she realized I don't eat it. I won't eat it. So she stopped eating it. That was her choice. But we all love barbecue sauce, except the baby. The baby doesn't like barbecue sauce.
I'm with the baby. I just like it on ribs. That's it. That's the only time I eat barbecue sauce.
And you know what?
I take that back. My brother's barbecue meatloaf, I can put barbecue sauce on it.
But there's already barbecue sauce on it if it's barbecue meatloaf. But you're right. You can't go wrong with more barbecue sauce.
Yeah, I do put barbecue sauce on the meatloaf.
Put some hot sauce on there
And
with
the
some
ribs.
barbecue sauce.
But everything else, no.
Okay, let me say this real quick. Thank y'all for keeping this show going because I was gone for a minute.
We were just
thank y'all for
keep
talking.
Wonderful.
I don't know what y'all said.
Really? Because it didn't seem like you froze.
Yeah, I think y'all the kind of people that say pickles and cucumbers or
Really?
something.
Y'all dropped off completely. I didn't see nobody.
It did.
Barbecue sauce
Some
look
barbecue
like
sauce looks
ketchup.
like ketchup. So do
You
you
know
think?
that
No, because what
No, you
makes
just don't get
barbecue
that barbecue
sauce?
sauce. Don't get the bad. Don't get the bad barbecue sauce. Don't get the
Yeah,
bad barbecue.
because barbecue sauce has
because
molasses in it.
barbecue sauce,
Yeah,
some of the
sugar.
barbecue sauces have different bases.
Yeah,
One
they
of the
got taste.
bases is ketchup.
Yeah,
It's,
Another
the cheats
base is
don't get that
vinegar.
stuff.
yeah, that cheap 99-cent stuff don't get that mess.
Heinz can make ketchup. They can't make barbecue sauce because all they do is put some brown food coloring in their ketchup.
Yeah,
And say,
like,
here
ooh,
you go.
Sweet Baby Ray's.
Yep,
Sweet
I
Baby
like
Ray's
Sweet
is
Baby. Yes,
good. I'm trying
the
to think
one
of
with the pig on it.
I don't know.
What's
There's
the
a
one
one that man, there's one upstairs. There's one I always buy, but I can't remember the name of it at the moment. But yeah.
Okay,
You
one
find
thing I
one that
can't say
works for
about
you, and
Sweet
that's where
Baby
you
Ray's
stay.
though. One thing I can't say about Sweet Baby Ray's, just Sweet Baby Ray's. Not Sweet Baby Ray's Hickory Smoke, Sweet Baby Ray's Hawaiian, and all this other. Sweet Baby Ray's, the original, and just keep it pushing.
Well, what gets me is I don't like runny barbecue. Excuse me, runny barbecue sauce.
Oh yeah, that's disgusting.
I don't like that.
No,
Yeah, I
that's
like
cheap.
mine
That's the
thick.
cheap stuff. Then
And then when it comes to ribs, it's funny. I'm not a big fan of my ribs being barbecue. Like I like them to be well marinated and seasoned. So they fall off the bone.
Wait a minute, we're talking about pork ribs, not beef, right?
I don't give a. I don't mind either way.
you don't
I
put
like
sauce
ribs.
on you don't put sauce on your ribs.
No, I put sauce on my ribs, but I
No, I'm
refuse to
talking-
eat beef ribs.
You don't like sauce on your ribs.
If you don't cook the ribs right, then I need the sauce. But if you
Yeah.
cook it right, I don't need the
Yeah,
sauce.
if you cook the ribs right, you don't need the sauce. But
You really are not. I'm so shocked that you are allowed to walk through society.
Why?
Why are you not behind bars somewhere? What is the
Because
matter
I
with
have
you?
good taste.
You obviously
you've
you
never
don't.
tasted ribs so good you don't have to put the sauce on.
No.
Wow, man.
Wow,
I gotta
ain't even
gotta,
had to
gotta make
taste
you
it.
some ribs, brother.
Yeah. Because
but
my
yeah.
mother used to make ribs so good, I'd be like, what sauce?
But I am picked on quite often for my particular tastes because I have a very narrow palate. Like I don't ain't a whole bunch of.
I love pickles. Everybody else like I can't stand them. I love.
I'll
pickles.
eat. I can wait. No, I don't like pickles. I used to like pickles, and if you put pickles in my food, I'm gonna be upset with you.
Oh yeah,
unless it's the sweet relish that you put into the potato salad, then I'm okay.
I think Marlon had disappeared again.
We done lost Marlon. He's got a look on his face like you got to be kidding me.
I love pickles. I love eating them whole. I like chopping them up. Oh, I love pickles.
I know when I was a kid though, I used to love we would save our money and run down to the little corner store on base and get snacks, right? So sometimes we would get some Nerds candy because that was my favorite candy, Nerds. But sometimes I would buy a bottle of olives because I loved.
Oh yeah, I love olives,
and I would eat all the olives and then I'd drink all the juice.
Now I didn't drink the juice, but I do eat olives.
Yes, green olives. Black olives only go on pizza. I don't want them in my salad. I don't want them nowhere else.
Yeah, that is true because I love Greek food, and when they serve the green ones, I'm like, but then they put the black olives in there. I'm eating them all. I'm just like, okay, eat them.
Yeah, see, the black olives are only like them on pizza. I think I can do it in certain salads, but it's got to be like, and this is not a very refined taste, but like Olive Garden salad because they have such a really good salad dressing. I love their salad dressing.
You know that stuff costs $4 or $5.
For
like if you if you ask them, hey, can you send me some of your salad dressing?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can buy that salad dressing.
Because I know you can go there and buy it, and then they're starting to sell it in grocery stores now.
Yep.
But you can end up with the wrong one because I had one recently that someone thought it was the house
Walmart
dressing.
Is $2.69.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Let me stop y'all real quick.
Yeah, we lost you, brother.
I love these two. I really do. The simple fact that I'm over here panicking like we finna go off the freaking air, people, and they're still talking. I love you too.
Oh, we love you too.
Well,
even if you do eat Miracle Whip, I mean mayonnaise.
can't tell the difference. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
it's no difference. Really, it's not.
It's the label, Tracy. It's the label.
I know, like they look exactly alike. They're both white.
Oh, gee, the only food I don't like is super hot. Super hot. I try just about it.
Yeah, I can't eat
Hot
Indian
wings,
food
hot wings is
either.
about as far as I'm gonna go, and then I'm done.
Yeah, I have always loved hot and spicy food. Until one day. Well, no, I still do. I mean, it's my favorite thing. But one day I had Indian food. It was on. Oh my goodness, that taught me that I'm not ready for certain things.
I don't want to never visit the country India because I'm like I can't eat y'all food.
I'll never leave the restroom. It's just I mean, but it tasted so good. Oh my goodness! But
and then your stomach.
It tried to kill me though. It tried to kill me. I couldn't.
Y'all gonna learn the hard way. All right, we got 10 minutes for this session, and the way y'all two talk, I'm gonna need all 10 minutes. I don't even know how to set this up other than I totally agree with the wife.
That's the safest way to go.
Hey, baby, you want some dinner?
Ooh, yeah. That depends. What are my options?
Oh,
okay.
Yes or fucking no?
That'll be a yes. Yes, please.
Yeah.
I'm being nice to you. Hey, then you know you gonna get options?
You got one option. I could eat.
Here's the thing, though.
No, see what? Eat or don't.
Yeah, you want to eat today? Oh, okay.
I'm cooking. Eat or don't. That's your option.
See, what we're not getting is what happened before the tape started. Because
you know she was hot at him.
What if what if they have kids, right? Because, like, for example, my wife will actually try to figure out what everybody wants and will try to accommodate as best she can. Now, I do most of the cooking. She doesn't do most of the cooking. But when she does, that's like her thing. Now, I'm the one. I ain't asking nobody nothing. Like, I made the food.
You gonna eat it.
Time to eat. I don't want that. I never hear that, first of all, because my kids eat what I eat because I have a very limited palate. So they always like what I make. But if I ever did, they know what's going to be. Well, okay, well, fine. Don't eat. You can have sleep for dinner.
You really, I appreciate the story. You really made it longer than what I said. I'm cooking for you. Hey. I'm cooking for you. All you have to say is yes or no.
No, he comes.
No, because what if she made something he don't like?
Like he comes from a household where he probably grew up. His mama cooked all the meals, and mama's can't nobody beat mama's cooking. And blah,
or she can't cook.
Or she. Okay. Hey, not all with. Hey, I can't cook.
I didn't hear him say no.
No, he fixed it real quick because he knew better. Yeah. But I'm just saying. Options. She could have been saying, hey, do you want something to eat? And the last thing that he noticed was the smell of Vienna sausages. So now he wants to make sure that's not what she's trying to feed him, right?
He ain't never heard of DoorDash.
Oh, if he tried to order DoorDash and she didn't cook, he might as well go ahead and get you a good lawyer because it's over.
See, I appreciate that. I was like, thank you. That's my favorite. That's my favorite site. Get on my app. Okay, I want this.
You might as well call her out of her name, dude. I'm sorry.
Don't even do that.
Can't cook, period.
But even if your woman can't cook, the fact that she is cook. See, that's why I'm saying I agree with the wife on this one. But I'm just saying, if she can't cook and she took the time to cook, you need to find a way to sit your butt down and eat that. Let her go first, though, so you can make sure, because if she tries it and it's terrible to her, she's going to give you an out. But you get yourself ready. You're going to eat this.
I am from the old world family. What is put in front of you is what you eat or you go hungry.
Yep. But, I mean, and in a way, the wife kind of set him up because I guess she was just trying to be nice. She was just trying to be nice, I guess.
Yeah.
But
she didn't have to curse him like that.
Why? No, but I'm just saying, why ask a question that you don't want the answer to?
The answer was yes or no. That was the answer. That was what she was expecting. Yes or no. Not, it depends on what the options are. Okay,
that's
He
here's
could
no
have been
option.
just
it's
saying,
still
"Hey, what you
fair.
cooking?" Maybe that's how he phrased the question. Instead of saying, "Hey, what you cooking?"
Yeah. See, his thing, his opportunity was before the question was asked. Like what he should have done is he should have gone in the kitchen and like hugged her real quick and kissed her on the neck, because that gives you that opportunity to survey the room and see what's going on, and then you go back out. So then when she says, "Do you want something to eat?" your answer can be a clear yes or no. But what he did was he been sitting his butt in there watching TV while she was in the kitchen working, and then when she asked a question, now all of a sudden he want choices. Just take the
Once
food, dog.
again,
Just take the food.
from the old school, what's put in front of you, you eat.
But
Now,
some people can't cook.
I
I'm sorry.
apologize. I appreciate stories and the what ifs and this what could have happened and this, I get all that. I appreciate it. I'm not degrading that at all. Me, coming from a single parent home, you eat or don't. That's it. It's
But-
real short.
But this wasn't you
10
talking
seconds.
to your mother. This is him talking to his
Same thing.
wife.
Anyone
What if
knows
all
how
she
simple
had was-
grocery is now? Yeah, we ain't got time for you to figure out what you want to pick and choose. This ain't McDonald's.
What if she was making sandwiches for dinner and all she had was Miracle Whip?
Yep.
Eat it or don't.
Or mayonnaise.
Eat it or don't.
All she had was mayonnaise and some bread.
Hey, I've been that broke before, so I don't know what y'all joking about.
I've had a peanut butter and honey sandwich. Those are good.
Nah.
I can't go
did
back
the-
to
I
the
did
struggle
the-
sandwiches now, but I mean, I
I did the
enjoyed
jelly,
them.
but I did the jelly and butters toast. Where you put it under the broiler.
Oh,
No,
y'all got
I never
money
like. I
that.
would toast it and then butter and put
Mm-mm.
Oh
jelly.
no, you
All
put
I
the
remember
butter
is
on
fried
it, then you
food.
put the jelly on top of it, then you put it on under the broiler and let that melt down into. Oh God, that was.
No, my big thing was you take a little bit of cinnamon and some sugar, mix it up, and you make you some cinnamon toast.
Oh, see, you got all them ingredients.
We
All I
couldn't
had
afford
was
cinnamon.
fried bologna.
Oh, we had that too. But what I'm saying is like for
We
breakfast.
had no cinnamon, no
Had
nutmeg.
that. I still have my bologna sandwich.
No, I haven't had bologna since I was.
I
a
haven't
little
had
kid.
bologna in so many
I
years.
still need
It's
my bologna sandwich. What I can't find is spiced ham. Anything.
Who?
spiced
Spiced
ham.
ham.
I don't know what that is.
Boy, you gonna sit there and get an afro and start singing the theme to Shaft.
Spicy.
See, now that was offensive.
No,
So,
it wasn't,
it
because
ain't
that's when they served it was in the 70s.
I'm so terribly sorry that
I don't even know what
that I
spiced ham is. So
that one of my co-hosts is bougie. I am so sorry. I didn't
I ain't
know
bougie. I'm
that
just
we got
saying
to
they
a
served that
certain
mess in the
point
70s.
where our taste buds is well above mayonnaise and spiced ham.
Hey, I grew up with Tang sandwiches. So don't be sitting here and saying to me,
no, I ain't had no tang sandwich. I would just
Tang
eat the tang.
sandwiches.
I would just eat the tang.
Yeah, I'm just drinking a Tang. I'm not.
No, I mean eat the powder. I would just eat
No,
the
yeah,
tang.
you eat the
I
powder.
just
You don't put it
eat
in
the
no
tang.
water.
Don't put it in the water. It don't taste the same.
Water make it
no.
taste nasty.
You got to put too much tang in there to make it work.
Gotta put the whole thing in there and make it taste, oh, this kind of, no.
Just eat it. Just eat the
It
tang.
tastes like Sunny Delight, which is awful.
Oh, Sunny Delight is the most horrid orange flavored drink ever.
Let kids be picky. Many won't experience and learn about different foods. Yep, they'll stick to what they like or what they remember they like, and they won't try anything new.
What's wrong with that?
What you mean?
But
What's
you
wrong with that?
can't,
They're
if you
kids.
go overseas,
How do you know what you like and what you don't like?
if you never eat. Okay, so do you eat chitlins?
Absolutely not. I haven't had chitlins
Okay,
since
but
my grandmother
have
died.
you ever, wait a minute, no, this question to Marlon, have you ever tasted it?
Yes.
Oh, so you tasted it, okay.
And the thing about chitlins is, when our people first started with chitlins, we didn't want them either. So no, I'm not eating guts.
We'll
Sorry,
do a show.
not
We'll
doing
do a Radical Truth to Power show on the things we had to do to survive. You're gonna be.
Yeah. So no, when my grandma was alive, I would eat chitlins, but I don't like them.
No,
People used to pay my mother to cook them. Like
they have to. They don't want to cooked in their house.
Look,
No, bad that stuff stacked.
why our house? Why am I smelling like boo boo when I come out the house and I just took a bath?
Cause man,
Just took a bath.
Like my mama told my dad flat out, you want chitlins, you got to go to somebody else's house to get them. You ain't eating it here. Because ain't nobody cooking that in the house.
The 1 hour mark is up. We will take a short break because I have
a perfect score. Perfect score.
Yeah, but
we have the perfect score.
We got a perfect score almost. We're gonna get him.
He almost slipped up though.
Did he?
Nope.
Yeah, you did, because you said you were finna say something, you pulled it back and went, oh, never mind.
Okay,
so
well, yeah.
You did pull back. Tracy still has one in her pocket. She can still use. So we're gonna take a short break. We'll try to get you these videos as quick as we can to see if he can make it 10-0. And the reason, and I'm just going to give you a fair warning, it's going to be a short break, just to relax, unwind, get your favorite beverage and everything else. But I'm giving you a fair warning. The next video coming out of the break, I didn't see it coming. I didn't understand. It's gonna be probably.
No, I don't believe so, because isn't haggis where they take the sheep intestine and they stuff it with something, whereas chitlins is just pig intestines that they've chopped up and fed to you.
Yeah, they go from the intestine to the rectum.
Yeah, you're eating the pig butt and guts. Pig butt and guts. That's what you're eating. Pig butt and guts. Pig butt and guts.
All right. We'll see you on the other end. That's all I can say. We'll see you on the other end.
Living for weekends, wishing I could take a break from this world. Running on a hamster wheel, but searching for something I can't feel. I just wanna be a lost girl and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate above the ground and make eye contact with clouds. Now I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free, finally, I wanna be free, finally, I wanna be free, finally, I wanna be free, finally. I always daydreaming, never imagined I lose my spark. Living in this crazy time, putting back the pieces of my mind. I know how to run from the dark and fly. Feel my wings spread, levitate into the clouds. I'm so high above the ground. I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free, finally, I wanna be free, finally,
Welcome back. And I'm confused. Did I miss it? First of all, welcome, Susan. But
Hey,
I'm
Susan.
confused
Hi,
at what you're
Susan.
thinking you missed. I'm confused at what you think the show is over. We just now getting started. But since you're in, welcome. I'll catch you. The whole theme of this show is that I will show a slew of videos to Theus and Tracy. And Tracy got out of her costume.
Yes,
And
it
Changed up quick, boy.
it was hot.
sure did. It was getting hot. I was like, wait a minute. Hold on, take this off.
I will show a slew of videos to Tracy and Theus cannot make these videos political at all. Theus so far is 5-0.
I don't know, but it's a perfect score. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
He gonna trip up.
1, 2,
It's
3,
gonna happen.
4,
No.
5.
See,
Yeah, Theus is
see
5-0.
what you guys missed is that all things can be political, but all things must not be political. I would
ain't
snap with
deep.
both fingers, but I don't know how.
That ain't deep. That ain't deep, Greg. That ain't deep, Greg. So Theus is 5-0, and yeah. Welcome. You missed a good one because we've been fighting on here and everything. So, and not to say that it's over because pretty sure we'll fight some more.
Yeah, probably.
So, this next video, I left y'all on a cliff, so to speak. Before we get started, I would please humbly ask for you to like, share, and subscribe. And please do not forget to hit that notification bell. Please do not forget to hit that like button because that's most important. We really got to tear up that algorithm, so smash the crap out of it. Now, I'm going to give you the heads up that this video is on a grandmother who apparently is being convicted of murdering her son-in-law. That's what I'm getting from this clip. Now, I don't know what to say after that. I really don't. I'm going to take us all down and show the video because it is a little longer than normal, but it ain't going the way y'all think it's going to go. For real. It's not.
He's dead.
He's dead, man.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh boy, oh boy.
You don't feel bad about it?
No.
Would you do it again?
Yes. Oh God. I wanted to. Oh my God. Birthday. No. 13 years I wanted to go get him. I'm devastated. Oh, honey.
Oh.
Come kiss me, please.
No, you killed my dad.
I don't pray to anybody.
Call as a higher power.
I prayed today.
Okay.
First time ever prayed.
What'd you pray for?
Hope he dies.
Oh boy.
I don't know because it sounds to me because she said this been cooking. Sounds like he was an abusive partner, and she went ahead and handled her business.
I don't know.
I'm on. Hey, if that's the case,
I don't know what the
points for
situation
grandma.
is, but I ain't never seen anybody even celebrate it. She celebrated.
Hey, put your hands on my child. You ain't got to worry about the police coming to get me. Well, yeah, you do. They got to come find me. But once they get me, yeah.
She could have reported that to the authorities.
What they gonna do? What they gonna do? What they gonna do?
She didn't have to kill him.
We don't know. We don't know.
She could have did.
I think we got to go a little deeper in this for the
Why was she so
even
happy?
if it was abusive, even if it was an abusive relationship, and I get all of that. This woman is celebrating, guys.
Yo.
She's celebrating.
Yeah, she was like, "Yep,
It ain't like,
go ahead.
oh my God,
Go
I had
ahead.
to do it because
Okay.
of what she was doing to you. This woman was hallelujah. Amen.
Yeah, because we don't know how long. We don't know how long all this stuff was going
She
on.
said
We don't
13
know any of the
years.
back. Right. So
No, she said she wanted to kill him for
For
13
13
Right.
years.
So what I am interjecting into this is abuse, because it sounds like that's the only reason that you would typically have something like this go down. So I'm like, yo, if he was beating on her daughter, he cashed his own check.
But if we're gonna go that logic, then why would you let somebody beat on you for 13 years then?
Because now you're going to start. Well, see, now it's a slippery slope, because then you start questioning the victim, and it's not that simple, because the victim can be subject to, he's the breadwinner. He's threatening to maybe hurt the children if he's hurting her. I'll take the punishment, I'll take the abuse, so as long as he doesn't do it to the children. Or there's a lot that goes into the victim mentality. I'm not here to question the victim. I'm saying, yo, granny killed him. Yo, put her in jail. That's what it is. That's what it is. But if he was putting his hands on her baby and the baby couldn't step up for herself, mama handle her business. It's mama bear.
She could have did a whole lot of other things besides kill him.
People always say that from the outside in, but when people are asking for help, don't nobody come help them.
She could have said, hey, daughter, like Mickey said, she could have said, hey, daughter and child, move in with me, and he can't.
It's not that simple. Okay, you move.
And it doesn't seem like either the child or the mama was broken. They was really broken hearted that he's.
Have you ever been around someone who's been the victim of serious abuse? They react the same way. Just because they're being abused doesn't mean they don't love that man. We just don't know if that's the case. We don't. So that's the angle I'm coming from.
No, she could have said, hey, police, this man is beating my child. Y'all gotta go.
And the police would have said your daughter needs to press charges, and the daughter would have been scared to do so because a protective order does not protect you from a man who wants to hurt you. It's a piece of paper.
She could have did something. She didn't have to
they have for restraining order things is not it's worth the paper that's written on.
Yeah,
basically.
It ain't worth nothing. It's just one more thing to put in the file when they catch him later. So yeah, it's pretty much I'm a little hard-hearted on this, because when it comes to abuse of women or children, like I'm 100% like I got no remorse for the perpetrator. Just like when you hear about situations where somebody cheats on somebody and then the whole reaction goes stupid and sideways, I got no remorse for that one either. Because the thing about life is that you get to choose your actions. You do not get to choose the reactions. So if he was beating on her and mama was fed up and this is her reaction, yo, hey, he cashed his own check. But now mama is going to be sitting in jail probably for the rest of her life. But you know what? I'm just saying, as a parent, I do that time.
No, I just thought of some other way.
No,
something else.
I wouldn't be sitting up in the police headquarters being like, "Yeah, I did it."
Yeah, that's what she was like. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
But
she was all happy about it. Tomorrow, I killed him.
One time, at least in this one time that she go, yeah, I did it because she was messing with my family, or yes, this, that, and the other. She like, yeah, I've been dreaming about doing this for 13 years.
Yeah, I've been damn it.
She was adamant.
She wasn't even sorry. She didn't shed no tears.
And by the way, not only she adamant, she was I can't remember the word.
Jubilant.
The fact that you thought your grandchild was gonna run up to you and give you a hug.
Yeah,
that's a little crazy.
You just killed my daddy.
But but it's once again, I'm only speaking from the lens of if this was an abusive situation, in which case I have no compassion for the departed. But if this is a matter of like this woman has just got a screw loose and she just never approved of him marrying her daughter, that's a different discussion.
Yeah, that could be it too. I've been there too, and I still see that the only way that I can excuse murder is if it were beating her daughter. She caught him in the act and killed him then.
No, I feel you, and that's 100%.
I get it then.
Yeah. I have a different barrier. See, you are talking to the person right here who does believe in vengeance and does believe in settling scores. So my threshold is a little lower.
Yeah, I'm like,
for certain types
you
of
got
things.
to find another way. It's got to be another way. I don't know what it is, but it's got to be another way.
All I'm saying is,
she could have shot him in the leg. She could have shot him in the.
Lord, if you hear my voice, make sure don't nobody put their hands on my child.
I ain't worried about it. Everybody knows I'm crazy. So
we got visitation, and I got they got visitation.
my children are safe. Everybody know I'm nuts, so I ain't got to worry about that. Trust me. I'm not gonna go into detail, but
exactly,
I ain't got to worry about my children.
I understand, sir.
So next video, we're gonna learn a little Greek history. Yay!
I just learned in my Greek mythology class about a hero known as Bophades. Bophades was a Greek hero that fought in the Trojan War that was almost as powerful as Achilles, even having only one weakness. The same way that Achilles was only weak in his heel, Bophades' weakness was his groin. That's where we get Achilles' heel and Bophades' nuts.
No! No! No!
The classic wait for it.
Wow.
I've never been so more proud of myself than now.
Yeah. That young man delivered it
perfectly. He did it with I'm gonna tell this as straight face as I possibly can.
Because I'm sitting here like, both of these, I know a lot of Greek mythology, but
I never heard one. I didn't learn about him in school.
Even when I heard, I was like, no, they got to be deeper Greek mythology. Because I grew up on Greek mythology. I read every doggone Greek myth and Norse god myth that I possibly can because I was just fascinated by it.
Yeah, the only one I really...
I don't remember both of these.
No, I didn't know both of these. But no, I did my fair share of a lot of Greek mythology because it was pretty cool. Got nothing on Christian mythology. But, hey, it's pretty cool. But I do... Now, this one isn't Greek. I think this one is Nord. Beowulf, isn't that Nordic?
Beowulf is Norwell. Norse. Vikings, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I like the story of Beowulf and Grimwald, I think it was.
Tracy liked the joke.
I don't, Mickey's right. I don't do well with sex jokes. I just think, come on. It's some stuff I don't need to know.
But that wasn't a sex joke.
That wasn't.
I don't think
both of these.
Both of these. Look at these. Anyway.
Both of what? These nuts. I'm sorry. I just went back to grade school. Oh, God.
Okay, Trace, I'm sorry.
3-year-olds.
I'm
12. I'm 12.
And a half. So there. Everybody has felt this way. This person just put it away that we just one day, and I ain't gonna say one day we're not gonna do it. One day we are gonna do it. He just did it first.
No, the one that be getting
I
me.
feel like people.
Let me talk. Damn! I've been trying to talk for 10 damn minutes. Shut up! Don't say shit else about nothing. Damn! Now, the one that took me out. Fuck! I don't even want to fucking say it no more. Fuck you.
I bet he's a Gemini.
What?
Well, he was real angry.
Because he spazzed hard.
He spazzed hard. I would
hard.
never do that.
I completely understand him.
No,
I
would never do that.
Him. You got that one person that just got to jump in the middle of your story.
That's when you walk away. That's when you get up and you say, no, that's it.
What he did.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to waste my time with it.
That man threw a tantrum so hard. He
sure
couldn't
did.
catch up with his own story.
Yeah, then he got frustrated. He had to sworn to you, I'm not going to tell it. Oh, well, Mickey, you go just keep on bringing up that spit take I did. On my show, they made a bad joke about a sex joke, and I just liquid flew right out my mouth.
Thank you, Susan.
Thank you, Susan. Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I get sick and tired of talking, and somebody just want to jump in and have to get their point across in the middle of it before they forget their point. They talk, I don't forget my point. Now I'm sitting there sounding like an idiot because I don't forgot what I was going to say. No,
I just go let them talk to themselves. I'm not gonna sit there and have no conversation with you. I ain't got time for you. No.
Yeah, just let them have it. It's over.
It's like, oh well.
Ain't.
I'm not. That man had a full panic attack.
That was a man who done went through that multiple times. Enough is enough.
I expected him when he said, "I've been trying to talk for 10 minutes." I swear I thought he was going to say for 10 years because he spazzed so hard. Like someone who's been ignored his whole life.
Mm-hmm.
That's right there, liberal America Gemini. I had to teach him to do that to shut me. See? Telling you.
But he spazzed. Nobody does that. I mean, we all have family members that do
every time.
You ignore them because
I'm not ignoring them. It's my story. Why am I ignoring them?
You walk away. You gotta walk away because you're gonna end up dumb like them.
Or maybe his story was better.
He thought it was, but then he got so frustrated. I'm not telling it. But sit down somewhere.
So what you mad for? If you ain't gonna tell it, what you mad for?
He got off that man and still didn't tell him. I'm not that pet. No. Just let him have it. Oh yeah, her cat was on her lap and she called. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. Yep. She's talking about when she was on the Progressive Queens before she left, and this one she used to, and she says that she stroked her that word right after mine, and I just water flew out my mouth.
You know, Tracy, you can't.
You opened your. Hold on. This is all your fault, Tracy.
I know.
Whatever is about to come out of his mouth is on you.
I know. Yep, it's my fault. I take it.
You have the floor, Theus.
I'm just saying. There's natural things that people do in life, and people shouldn't be ashamed of any type of behavior. Like the young lady in the first video before she went bat poo crazy, she said, "No kink shaming."
And sometimes I don't want to do you, but I don't have to hear about it. That's all I'm saying. I don't have to know. I can function in my whole life and not know what people is doing in their bedroom. I'm fine. I'm cool.
Why did it have to be in the bedroom? That is so
bedroom, car, hotel. I don't care where they are. I don't need to know about it.
Remember, we already got the suing for the getting the transmitted disease in a car. So
just make sure if you ever go to a newlywed's home, use the plastic silverware.
Yeah, you should just let them talk about stuff political.
My one and only cuss word for this point, I'm never doing this shit ever again. Because it was safer just to be woo! Even at 73. Oh, Lord.
They do, but see, this is too much information. We don't need to know that. I don't need to know that. My life is not going to be better knowing that. I don't need to know that.
I'm just saying, it's an excellent opportunity to find out what truly are the best battery brands out there.
Yeah.
You don't want no cheap batteries.
You better make sure that you paid your electric bill.
Yeah. A woman who pays for Duracell is that's a woman you want to keep. You know, those Rayovac women, got to watch out for them.
Flow front lawn.
Hey, you could be like the Amazon guy that they fired at his truck for having that girl come out the truck.
Yeah.
He got fired for that?
Yes. Yeah, he got fired. But he should get fired.
He should get fired. He was having relations in his truck on Amazon.
Allegedly.
He was having relations in his truck. She walked out there half naked.
She had on a full dress, and the part that bothered me was
half naked.
The part that bothered me was she ain't had no shoes on. That was the first thing I picked up on.
You know what they did in the back of that van?
He was on his lunch.
What? She went in to see if she went and got in that van to see if her package was on there, because you know.
And she didn't come out. And she came out empty-handed.
Her package wasn't
on the truck.
Y'all need to stop.
Yep.
It wasn't on the truck.
So, do you not work with the general public?
I sure don't.
Have you ever had to work with the general public?
Oh, yeah, I have.
So, you have definitely had an interaction with a Karen before. So if a Karen decided that her package is supposed to be on that van, you not gonna tell her that it's not on that van. So she went to go check, and after they checked, she said it
You
wasn't
mean
there, and
after
then
they
she
had
left.
relations, she walked out the van?
Allegedly.
Allegedly, my
Walking out
big
the
black
van is not
behind.
allegedly. We
She
got
had
that on film.
everybody saw it.
That was not a walking
That
out
ain't
of the
no
van was not
legend.
allegedly. She walked out.
She
that back
did.
door.
She did get out of the van, but I'm saying she got on the van to see if her package was on there, which was a violation of company policy.
Yeah.
And then, having it not being there, she got out of the van, oh nasty, barefoot in the street self.
What makes us think that she didn't get in the van barefooted?
She might have. That's still nasty.
Yeah, fungus.
I have a problem with folks being in like just random streets barefooted. That's just disgusting to me. That's just
Y'all know she did what y'all know it. Stop.
She did what, Tracy?
What she do, Tracy?
What she do, Tracy?
Y'all know what she did.
What she do,
Tracy?
Don't. I don't know.
I bet you if I asked Mickey what she did, I bet Mickey will tell me. I know Susan would tell me what she was doing. In the
I don't talk about things like that.
Yep, but you're going to read about it because I already put the word out. Next video. We're going to move on to something that I'm just sick and tired of seeing, but yeah, we're going to pick on you from this point on about it.
Tell that girl because she is not one of real. Yeah, we outside. What the baby said? If we in Miami.
What did you say? All I heard was yabba dabba doo. Skibbity bop ba boo bop. I ain't understand nothing you said. I ain't understand nothing you can't be trying to emulate a black person. Lord, because we don't act nor sound like that. Somebody go find that girl some sense.
I love.
Thank you, Mother. Thank you, Mother.
Aunt Linda right there, because that right there. Because I didn't know what that
said. When you try to do that, first of all, let me go ahead and put this out here. Please do not sit there and try to say, no, I ain't trying to emulate a black person. Yeah, the hell you is. Second of all, I have never met in 50 years of my life, going on 50 years of my life, met anybody that talked like that. Not
I
once.
Have.
I mean, I have.
I've met more than a few. And they're not emulating being black.
Slaves back and forth and everything else. But I have understood every word. I ain't never heard, yeah, you know how I got to do it when I get the hood. No.
You haven't spent enough time. See, here's the thing. People oftentimes get it wrapped up in race, but that right there, that wasn't, to me, I didn't take it as her trying to sound black. That was just some of the gibberish you hear with a lot of times with poor people, depending upon where they grew up. That was, some trailerish stuff. So I'm like, hey, I just didn't know what she was saying. That was
you know what?
I just knew she was happy about whatever she was saying.
First of all, that little Pebble Flintstone little thing she had on, she need to put some clothes on.
She's at the beach. What?
My people.
Truck sucks.
Wow.
Is that what she said? Because I really could not.
This is why society needs church mothers in their life. Somebody that's not ashamed to say what's on their mind and to set these young people straight. Because see, I didn't know what that child was saying.
I don't know what she was saying. And
I don't know what she was saying.
Like what?
Talking like that though.
But I just, this is not political. This is social commentary. But just because someone speaks in a relaxed or broken English is not synonymous with speaking black.
Yeah, that's the problem I have with mothers.
So I reject that
just like I
every
got an
single time.
With somebody who actually know how to speak proper English, backwards and forwards, correctly, pronunciation, everything else, is not trying to speak white.
Right. So there's a doctor now. Hopefully you guys, if you ever have time, look him up. Dr. Kunjufu. But one of the things he was talking about is that I grew up in white spaces, right? And I speak a particular way, but that's not synonymous with being white. A lot of times that's a reflection of what you had access to. And this isn't even my natural language. So I just happen to speak English okay. You know? So it's just one of those things. That's one of those things that'll get me,
I couldn't
wound up.
understand what that child was saying.
That child was on something or is really just not gifted.
She not
with
there.
speech.
I'm like, honey, could you just slow down and just one word at a time? No, Mickey, we need some good old fashioned church mothers.
My grandmother was the church mother, so yeah.
We need them. We need them bad.
We still have them.
Guarantee you, if I said any word
like that, church mother was like, girl, shut up.
This is going to be a good 30-minute conversation.
Sure will. And then with the back end.
Wait a minute. Let me rephrase that because a conversation means there's two people talking.
No, you
this
got
is
lecture.
a 30-minute listening session.
Because she
was shaking my head and
like, yes, ma'am.
Everything. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Because church mama not gonna let you make no fool out of yourself.
Ain't nobody gonna let you talk.
Somebody
like that.
should have grabbed that little girl, but like, look at her little girl. Don't nobody know what you saying.
But what we don't know is how she would normally be speaking if she wasn't at a party, probably drinking and having a good time. So she might talk like you and I. But right there, that wasn't what came out. That was a Jerry Springer special moment. And I don't know what she said.
Yeah, we need some church mothers to grab these young children. Be like, yeah.
Meet you out back outside. Meet you out the back or whatever that girl said.
Oh, that cash me outside?
Cash you outside, yeah. Anybody else figure out what the hell that means?
It means that if you have a problem with what I'm saying, meet me outside and we'll handle it.
Well, we'll handle it. 13 cents and stuff like that. Another one
because that's too many words for someone who's trying to sound like, I don't know what she was going for, you know. That tough talk that people like to try to do.
We usually just say, look, let me holler at you. And I speak English. Right.
Thank you. Thank you.
We didn't know what she was saying. I was like,
anybody that talks like now. I've heard broken English before and everything like that. That what she did is totally different from what I'm saying about broken English.
Totally different.
I've heard people who talk in certain dialect where everything is a catchphrase or you know, not you have to understand what the dialect is for you to understand what they said. I get that.
Well, I don't know because I remember
she went into the mumble rap.
It wasn't even it. It wasn't words.
She went into mumble rap.
No, don't accuse me.
Mumble rap is terrible.
Mumble rap is trash.
No, mumble rap is terrible because it's basically drug.
Mumble rap is trash.
It's a drug-infused culture. But what I was going to say is I just know that depending upon where you're from, things sound differently. And when I first moved to Atlanta from DC Metro, what people sounded like down here, it was like, hey, I'm gonna go down the street now. I'm gonna do that there, and I would hear that, and I'm like, okay, the person on the other side must be saying something because I don't know what you just said, right? But after you spend more time in different groups and different communities, you find out, I said, hey, boy, what are you gonna be doing later on? Because I'm gonna be down the street, you know. So but when you hear it, you know, you're like, I don't know what this person just said to me.
I'm gonna say something here, Theus. I could have spent all day with that girl. She was talking like that. I feel like, honey, what are you saying? What?
I think you would have picked it up. I think you would have picked it up. Or you would have gone straight church lady on her and started trying
technically, I did
fix her.
understand what she was saying.
I know church ladies don't try to fix, they correct.
I understand exactly what she was saying. I just didn't like the fact that she putting all this stuff and trying to say it all fast and everything.
Yeah, like
I think she was. I mean, I don't know. Maybe she was intoxicated. I don't know.
Girl, I just spent all day with her. Like, honey,
because
what
that seemed like
her being very intoxicated.
Because it seemed like all bad. Like whatever was happening at that event was all bad.
She got into an argument with somebody and then just started mumble rapping. I'm like, girl, what are you
excited? She was excited.
Slow down. There's nothing wrong with slowing your sentence down. And then doing this. like, girls, stop.
Oh yeah, please. Oh,
please stop with the clapping of the hands. You're not singing.
Stop clapping. Stop snapping. Stop smacking your lips.
Or popping gum.
At the beginning, middle, and end of a sentence.
Yeah,
I guess I'm just different on that because it's like it depends on where you're at.
No, the only time you should be clapping your hands is when you're singing a song or if you're in a choir. The only 2 times I want to see you clapping your hands when you're talking is when you're singing in a choir. Period.
But everybody,
like all of this and doing this and no.
But how someone communicates is not up to me. You know what I mean? Like, I communicate a certain way naturally. Granted, I have variations of how I can talk and all of that, but this is like how I normally like to talk and receive information. But if I'm dealing with a young person who is more excitable, or they use more curse words, or they talk with their hands a whole lot, or they do all those things, that's not wrong. It's just the way they communicate. Now, this child, I think, was inebriated.
Extra.
But I don't know. My biggest problem with her is I had no idea what she said.
I was like, honey, what? Say that again.
And I hope that she's not about to ride that
motorcycle or jet ski.
Yeah, the jet ski. I hope she ain't about to ride that.
Please don't. No.
I don't need that.
There you go, Thea. Okay. Don't clap at me.
Yeah, don't at me either. I'm like, no, because your whole feelings don't get hurt.
So the next video we're going to show is pretty much for me and Theus, because I think me and Theus is the only one who would actually do it. Tracy, you may shock me and say that you would too about it. I'm just going to show the video. I'm going to have to take us down a little bit because it's kind of small, but you'll get the gist of it in a second.
That's going to be a no from me, Alex.
That's a yes for me all day.
No, I have no desire.
And of course, it's reverse.
No desire whatsoever.
Every single day of the week, I would go on that ride. Every day.
You wouldn't even get me in line.
And the part where they paused and then they crashed it, yes, all day, yes.
No. Okay, we got to hold up. We got to hold up for 1 second, because I did make the rules of the game. And I did say it was open to the audience. So, maybe that girl watched too much business.
Yeah, his voice.
Her voice was too deep. Her voice was too deep.
Ben Shapiro is just annoying.
I'll say this about Ben Shapiro, and then I'm gonna get off. Ben does that talking real quick and real fast and everything for a purpose, because what he does is sort of, I'm gonna say it slowly so y'all will get it. I'm not saying y'all stupid. I'm just saying it slowly for everybody. BS, truth, BS, or truth, BS that ain't got nothing to do with nothing, truth. Now, how he does this is BS, truth, BS. So he talks so fast on the purpose of, when it comes back on, remember when you said, you hear certain things that's truthful in a whole skew of BS topics.
I mean, that's just what an accomplished liar does.
He tries to slip certain things in to make you knowledgeable, but basically the majority of it is just BS.
I mean, that's effective propaganda. I mean, that's what you
that's
do.
exactly what that is.
You know, I mean, you look at, we have, I hate to say this about the brother, but, you know, this is how I feel about Michael Eric Dyson. He will use every large multi-layered extra syllable word that you can find and throw it in one long sentence so that you'll be so impressed with the expansiveness of his vocabulary that you mostly miss he ain't say nothing.
He really didn't say anything.
I had a guy that I used to talk to and we used to argue with him, and you would ask him a simple question and he would write you 3 or 4 paragraphs of information. That's a different way of doing it. That is BS that you're not gonna read.
Yeah, but
and then I'm gonna put in one thing that makes sense. BS.
You guys remember though? You guys remember on Living Color, they had a sketch where the guy was in prison, and he would say these long words, and you like,
he talk like Ti.
Yeah, you're not saying nothing though, and
yes, the effusiveness of the symbolic nature of the eloquation of symbolism is existential to the creationism of the diaphragm.
And the funny thing about it is, in old England days, I'm gonna tell you how class. There was a certain thing in old English called progressive classes, which means it pretty much was rich people who just really hated rich people. So they kind of just would do certain things to piss their rich colleagues off. One of the things they would do was make up words. And I literally mean just make up a freaking word that you ain't never going to find in the English dictionary. And when I say make up, I don't mean mispronounce a word. I mean flat out different word.
That's part of the human experience.
That was part of the fun. Because I've read some of their excerpts on some of the things that they would say in the middle of giving a speech somewhere. I laughed my head off because I was like, and one of the ladies I can't remember because I didn't know this subject was going to come up. One was giving a speech at a and she was giving a certain speech and she was just saying things and everything else, and she would purposely throw in words that just didn't make any sense in the dialogue that she was making, or like I said, she was making up words and was putting it in her speech. She said the greatest thing I got a standing ovation. So she just walked.
But you would think
that's effective communication. I'm sorry, Tracy. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if you're a part of my Facebook group, y'all know I don't too much care for the reverend that is Al Sharpton. Michael Eric Dyson is opposite because I'm like,
Nikki, I don't trust you when you said that. You knew exactly what's going to happen.
In my defense, I've still avoided it.
Okay.
Marlon just froze on us.
Oh, again? Well, just wanted everybody to laugh. But I would ride that roller coaster.
I would really like to engage you on the topic of the gentleman that you brought up, but I can't do that in today's episode.
You know he'd be straight up reading that teleprompter, though. I'm like, dude, read the teleprompter. It's right there.
I'm pretty sure you probably can't see it. Like if you gave me a teleprompter, I can't see worth anything.
That's what glasses are for.
I wear contacts, and when I'm at work, I wear contacts and reading glasses. That's how blind I am. I'm bad. I'm like 3 doctor visits away from getting a dog.
Yeah. Just watch Kenan Thomas do Al Sharpton. It's the most hilarious thing you've ever seen.
Well, Kenan's a very talented young man. I love how far he's come as a child actor from Nickelodeon all the way up to the longest serving person on Saturday Night Live. So I love it.
And he does a pretty good Steve Harvey too.
Yeah. But it helps that part of the uniqueness of Saturday Night Live is that you don't have to look like the character that you're portraying. You
Nope.
have to make people relate to the character you're
Yeah,
portraying.
Chevy Chase looked nothing like Gerald Ford.
Yeah.
And
So
people just loved when he did. I'm like, but he doesn't.
but Keenan's his range is so good as far as his comedic talent. He's not the over the top comic. He's the straight comic, you know. But he's funny and he's adaptable. And I think it's great that he found his niche. And it's made an amazing life for him and his family. So
Yeah, I enjoy it, but whenever you got time, just type in Sharp and High. I had never cried from laughing so hard.
yeah, I just can't pick on him because
He doesn't read the. I'm like, that's exactly what he does.
yeah, but he's an old soldier who just hasn't found his way off the field. So
Him, Clyburn.
nah, I place him in different categories, but yeah, because Clyburn, he refuses to get off the field, and he ain't trying to do nothing to help nobody. So, but that was my one comment because you led with it.
Yep, I did.
But yeah, but that roller coaster or whatever you want to call that.
Oh
thing,
yeah, every day, every single time.
Practice suicide? No, that's cool. I'm all right.
I love roller coasters, and I know my doctor has told me people with diabetes should not ride roller coasters. Do you think I care? No, I do not.
I don't like the feeling.
Oh, I do. You right there. You right there. You press it against death, and then smash.
I'm sorry. I'm sure we can all kind of relate to this as Black people, but as a Black male, there is absolutely nothing about getting close to death that entertains me. The fact that I made it past 15 and then 18 and then 30, I had enough brushes.
But they got you strapped in. They got you strapped in. You're
it's
not
a machine.
going nowhere.
It's oh yeah.
You're not
How many
going.
people have died at Six Flags?
Maybe 7.
Plenty. More than one is too many.
How you gonna be scared of a roller coaster? It's not.
Welcome back to the Theus and Tracy show. I happy that they allowed me to come back. This internet over here.
Yep, and I gave Theus used his one. He used his out because I led with Sharpton.
Okay.
But he still can't read a teleprompter. I'm like, dude, learn how to read a teleprompter. Thank you, Susan.
I'm not using Ben Shapiro as political.
He really is an idiot. Him and Tucker Carlson.
Quite a few of the words we use in the English were made up by Shakespeare.
Well, Shakespeare allegedly stole off.
I cannot remember
somebody else.
It's one word that we use from Shakespeare that's wasn't a word until he brought it up.
Not only that, but I mean that's one of the things that makes English so difficult because it continues to evolve. A word that we consider made up right now becomes a word later. If it's used enough. So
I know, Susan, but I'm just saying, I prepare. I take insulin. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go on this roller coaster. Here I go.
Okay, now I'm caught up. I'm getting on it. I love roller coasters.
Sure do, all the time.
The scarier and safer.
The better.
The better.
No.
Oh, well, that's just...
I will be on firm ground, eating my funnel cake with strawberries that are probably too old to be eaten by humans, and having a good
Why do you
time.
go to the amusement park and to scream when your kids get on the rides?
No, you actually can get some really good food at a
I don't go to amusement parks. If I go to an amusement park, it would probably be Busch Gardens, and I just want the funnel cake. I just want the funnel cake.
No, I hear what you're saying, Susan, but I sure go on.
I'm going.
Sure am. I'm like, oh well.
Well, we're down to one more video, and y'all said that Theus used one.
I used an out, so it didn't. It's not that I used a one.
So,
and it wasn't in response to a video. It was off
at this point, we can call it that Theus got through it.
But of course.
Theus was only allowed to get 3 out of 7, and this is the last video, so
He actually did it, I think.
But of course.
So
I'm very versatile.
You know what that means? You cannot make everything political.
Absolutely. I told you I could do it.
Stop
Y'all didn't
making my
believe I
shows
could do
3
it.
hours.
I ain't doing it by myself.
No,
so now you're going to throw me
no,
in
you're
the
not.
bus.
Yes,
Tracy, that's
yep.
you too. Yep.
I don't do that.
But I've seen people say.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you.
Oh, please.
Why? What you gonna go to the park for?
let me
You gonna go to the park just watch other people ride?
I would not go to a fair and ride the rides.
Oh, those rides are crappy. Those are little children rides.
They're the most fun that you're gonna have.
Those are the little baby rides.
Since you want to cheat death, why not get on something that hasn't been properly maintained? And
because I want to get on something that's properly maintained
and tested.
And I want to be scared. I don't want to cheat death. I don't want to go nowhere near death.
You just did on this thing
Why?
that literally it shoots up like a normal tower thing, but then it drops you out like the swing ride that people have. And then it sucks you back up. Then it sucks you back up on a cable that hopefully attaches properly and then drops.
Engineering.
Do you
and if anything goes wrong,
I
somebody
got a
dies,
question
and
for
it happens
Theus.
every year.
I got a question for Theus. Do you get on airplanes?
Yep.
So you could say the very same thing about people who get on airplanes. It's plane crashes all the time.
You could say that, but I'm not getting on an airplane for the thrill of almost dying. Like
Nobody
that wasn't my
does that.
I did not get on the plane to be scared. How about that? We'll do that. I did not get on the plane to be scared. I got on the plane to get some peanuts.
No, they don't serve peanuts on that plane no more.
They don't.
You spent $1,000 to go on the plane to get peanuts.
And man, Delta used to have them honey roasted peanuts.
Ain't nothing that good. Ain't nothing that good.
They do the pretzels and a little half can of Coke.
That's when you tell them, "Can you leave the can, please?"
No, because people have peanut allergies, so they don't serve peanuts anymore.
Well,
I've got peanuts before.
No, I said on airlines they don't serve peanuts anymore because
the last time I was on the airline, they served me peanuts.
What airline was this? Because Delta stopped. Even
American and
even trifling little Spirit Airlines, what they be charging for.
Yep.
Wait a minute, I thought Spirit charged for everything.
I don't know. I haven't flown. Last time I flew anywhere was 2014.
You got to know the right people because they give you headphones and they'll say, "We got headphones if you want to listen to the movies or something like that." And the black lady looked at me and went, "I'm not going to charge you. Here you go." So thank you.
You got hookups because boy, they gave me with some little pretzels and a half of a diet Sprite.
See, you got to know how to ask folks. See, when I get on the plane, I always get taken good care of, and I always get my whole can of soda. Only time I don't get a whole thing is when they bring that apple juice out there because they ain't giving you the whole thing on the apple juice. They just not gonna do it.
We've only got 2 or 3 permanent amusement parks in Denmark. The rest of what you call traveling.
Travalis?
So
I can't pronounce that. I can't pronounce that last word, but I'm assuming you in our country, it's
carnival.
Carnivals.
Like the Catholic Church be having those little carnivals with their little spin wheel.
I ain't going nowhere near a Catholic church, but you know.
Well, we're safe because we grown. But that's a entirely different story. We're going on to the last video. Yeah, I ain't hear not one person say, "Ooh, you wrong."
Just saying.
They not all like that. That's all I'm gonna say.
There's enough of them.
There's enough. You wanna spin the wheel?
I don't know how that. I really don't even know how that sect can still be in operation. But I guess it's because they do have an extensive history of subjugating the whole world.
They have an extensive footnote in this world. We're done with that.
Subjugation.
They're not leaving.
Slavery, murder, pedophilia. But who's counting? Who's counting? You said you had a video.
I'm just glad I'm grown. Our last video of the night.
Don't let them take your temperature before you enter a store. It's a scam. They're trying to erase your memory. I'm serious. I went in for milk and bread. I came out with 6 bottles of wine. That's never happened before.
That's her story, and she's sticking to it.
You know what? Grandma. First of all, I thought you was going to finally show the little girl in the daycare. I was like, okay, here comes little girl in the daycare. Yes.
No.
Y'all look it up. The little girl is precious. She's precious. But I'm going to get back to Grandma. She know good and well she wanted all that wine.
Well, when you are able to avoid accountability, then you can deflect to other people.
I'm just saying they ain't all crazy, Mickey. Not all of them.
Everybody wants, see, that's the thing everybody loves to do. They want to hang out in the exception land. It ain't everybody. No,
I ain't gonna
know
say
it ain't
that.
everybody. If it was everybody, then you know.
See how they attacking me? See, look.
Even if I totally agree with you, Tracy, I'll still stick it to the point of, do you want to flip the coin though?
And I also stick to
out of thousands and thousands of Catholic churches in the United States, do you want to flip the coin that you don't get the wrong one?
And at the end of the day, what has been the actual response of leadership? That tells you about your organization. Do you hide it? Do you deflect? Do you try to deny if it ever happened? See, that's the sign of what it is. So, you know, I'm it's just the way I feel about victimizing women and children. I
you know me at a certain point when I just don't give a damn no more. I don't. Cause like Thea said, you may not be that church, but you know who are.
And you didn't disassociate.
And
you're not pointing fingers.
You didn't remove yourself. So I'm done.
They had a whole article on they searched down a bunch of priests who were pushed out because of the allegations and so forth. And just to see where they landed. And many of them landed as guidance counselors, scout leaders, and other trusted positions still around children.
Yes.
Because they were never convicted of anything. So there's nothing to stop them from going into another position. And how do you know who was who after the fact, especially when they were never convicted?
10, 15, 20 years after the fact.
So you just push them off into another area that it does not have the spotlight on them so they can continue to destroy young lives. Yeah, yep. I got a problem.
We're finna get off this subject because like I said, I tried to make this as lighthearted.
But I made it through all the videos. I want to say y'all had bet something, so I should get that, right? I should get that.
No, we didn't bet nothing.
Yeah, you got a hand clap. That's all you got.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Ain't
okay.
Mickey, I'm going to show your remark, but this is going to be the last thing. We're not going to make this heavy. Just like the cops, they investigate themselves when the ship is off.
Yep.
It is of you investigated yourself. Yep. Tell me you really going to find wrongdoing.
Yep. And then have the audacity to be offended when someone else says, "Nah, you trash, you garbage." How dare you say that about me? We are representatives of the Lord. No, you're not. Your actions tell me who you represent.
No, your actions have made either you are a bad apple or you know who the bad apples are and you're doing nothing about it.
Which makes you a caretaker of bad apples.
Apples, yep.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry. The structure of the Catholic Church make abuse easy. It's not about being...
Nope.
It's not about being a Christian.
Well, yeah, but
anyway,
anywhere you can find.
Theus, nope.
Let him go, because then we can win. But
it wasn't.
He already won now, so
it wasn't political anyway. But okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying anywhere you can find a structure of power that is steeped in religion or parochialism, you will find predators. You will. If we look at orphan, because if you are someone who preys on a certain type of demographic, meaning children, where would you go? You would go to the schools, you would go to the churches, you would go to clubs, you would become coaches, you would go where your prey is. And then if you have that inside of a structure that treasures was secrecy and guilt and shame, that's what you get. And if a parent tries to speak up, I mean, it's all he said, she say, right? So
it is the Lear foundation of control.
Yeah.
Of superior control over your thoughts, over your beliefs, and essentially over your body. Yeah. You're in a situation, you're in a structure where not only are we telling you that the leadership is the final say so, the end all to be all of what is said, done, and believed, that anything that you feel is wrong, and just because I can't think of another word, the outside world wrong, then you're in the wrong, and the leadership is in the right.
Yeah.
It is complete and utter control of what I can do to you. Rape, in its purest form,
it's all about power.
Our power and control.
Yep. And just think, I mean, and this doesn't have to just be in the church. That's why I named other things, because it's about power. And it is much easier for everyone to rally behind one person to protect an institution than it is for everyone to rally around one person to go against an institution.
Yeah. I would rather be a follower than a leader.
Well, yeah, that, and it's the things that you'll have to tear apart to address the problem. Because if you really were to dig into, and we're just using this one as the example, if you really were to dig into it, think of all the things you have to now tear apart. Because it's not just going to be Father so-and-so. It's going to be, what does it mean to be a priest? What does it mean to be part of a calling? What does it, you start having to really tear at some things, which you're dealing with a structure that's 1,000, 2,000 years old. That's global, that holds land and power and offices and secrets and everything all over the world. You really think that we're going to let what happened to Theus tear down the whole thing? No, let's pay him off. Or worse yet, let's let him think that he's the one that's crazy.
Yep, that's true. But we did totally skip the lady with the who about the temperature. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Oh, the lady with the temperature. I mean, I just wrote her off as one of those people who is absorbed way too much Fox News.
She don't absorb way too much alcohol.
She got too much alcohol.
She nothing to do with her watching on Fox News.
At that point in time, she don't even know how to spell Fox News.
Give that man a funnel cake. Oh gosh.
Strawberry.
He all right.
He'd be okay.
He all right. Oh, and politics is how people deal with each other in larger groups. There, I said it. It's no more than what we've been saying for the longest time. We just can't get the voices out larger. Keep the masses arguing among themselves.
Yep, arguing over crumbs.
And we can do whatever the hell we want to do.
Yeah, if I can keep everybody fighting about who got the bigger portion, they'll never look at who actually owns
Has the
the
bigger
supply.
portion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like we don't even have the supply. Why we arguing with each other? We both poor.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing, and this is something I heard many, many years ago, and I believe it holds true.
Mickey, she was making a joke, Mickey. It was a joke. It was a parody.
But racism is the poor man's war. I heard that said some years ago, and to me, it's very, very true and very poignant because you're fighting over color as a token or representation of a power dynamic. You're jockeying for position at the lower rungs of the ladder. The bigger fight is class. It's money, right? Yep. Who has the resources? Because money is just a substitute for resources. So if you could get all the people without resources to focus on the people with all the resources, then that would be a one-sided fight and it'd be over pretty quick. But they know that, so they need to give us other things to fight over. So we fight over politics, we fight over color, we fight over citizenship, we fight over boundaries, like country boundaries, that most of the boundaries around the world were placed by English conquerors who arbitrarily drew lines over the spoils of their winnings. And yet we fight over it. When I know they're going to say this is the whole open borders discussion, but I'm like, really, a border is arbitrary. Now, I'm not saying that nations don't have sovereign status. Don't get me wrong. But what I am saying is we focus so much on it to where we otherize people who are literally just trying to live.
My whole argument with that is how you gonna tell people they're illegals in a country that you stole from them. I mean, Arizona, California, Texas, that's basically Mexico.
If you're not a Native American in this country, please shut the hell up about your ancestors grew up and this is my country. You ain't done jack squat.
You know, the ones I love
you
the most.
You luck the crap out being here. Sorry, not sorry. You luck the hell out being in this freaking my rights country.
Yeah, basically the people that you're trying to keep out of your country are better citizens than you are. And if we track back people's bloodlines, you can track my family's bloodline all the way into slavery. Unfortunately, we hit a bit of a brick wall there for a particular reason. But there are so many other families who are quick to tell you go back where you came from, who just got here. Like, your family's name is in the book on Ellis Island.
I would literally tell them you first.
Yep, you go back to where you came to first.
Literally, if every time somebody say something so stupid as it go back where you come from, then my answer is you first. You're not from here.
Yeah, I mean, you tell me to go back where I came from. What's that, Missouri?
I'm from Indiana. I don't know. I'm from Indiana. I don't have to go back where I came from. I'm where I came from.
Yeah. So it's like, for me, it's like, don't tell me to go back where I came from. And I'm not going to tell you to go back where you came from. What I'm going to tell you is we're here now.
You're not from here.
Right.
You lucked the hell out, bruh. That's exactly. You lucked out being here. You are not from here.
You've done absolutely nothing to make your claim here deeper than this is where your mother gave birth.
Or when somebody says go back to where you came from, why don't you, maybe you should have asked that question before you kidnapped, raped, and murdered my people, brought them over here as indentured servants or forced labor.
What? Whoa. No, we were brought over here like pets.
Well, I was trying to be nice.
I ain't trying to be nice.
Yeah.
They were trafficking in my people's bodies. We weren't even treated as human beings. But even though you say we weren't humans, we were good enough for you to rape.
And nurse their children.
You brought us. Do you understand the concept that you?
What country am I supposed to go back to? Because you kidnapped
destroyed all the records.
I'm like, I don't know.
Destroyed all the records. I don't know.
Where am I supposed to go?
I heard that from my parents all the time. As my black friends and families were here for generations. The irony is my parents were immigrants. That phrase is, yeah.
What?
I hear that so much that my family been here for generations. My
And so
family been
mine.
over here since 18. I don't give a rat's ass if your family was over here and the first one to dig up a rock. You are not the first. This was not your land.
Yeah, it wasn't like
It
a blank
was
slate.
not.
We've been over here
know?
since before 1776. Next.
Well, and then there's also the whole thing of, I mean, I go back to it all being arbitrary. So unless you are going to undo hundreds of years of history and give the indigenous peoples of this land their land back, and then everybody who is of European descent head back to Europe, everybody who's of African descent head back to Africa, and so on and so forth, unless you're going to try to reset the table, which you cannot do.
No.
We have to figure out how to just say, you know what? It's kind of like when I'm talking about, and this is not to mix family business, but when I'm talking about the Black community, I often say there's a lot of struggle and hard feelings and things of that nature between the Black man and the Black woman. But my thing is, what is it that you want to build? If what you want to build is a stronger community, then we have to decide from this moment, from this day, I forgive you, you forgive me, and we're going to move. And we're going to build. Now, debts, still got to settle debts. But all that anger and all that stuff that's keeping us from working together, yo, we got to kill that. Well, America is the same thing on a bigger scale. So long as America's biggest issue is who gets to share in the benefits of being a citizen, because that's what our biggest issue is in this country. It's about those who have all the privileges of citizenship not wanting everyone else to have the same level of benefits. That's why you don't want to fix the police, because the police problem is an issue of equal protection under the law. That's why you don't want to fix the issues with the treaties with the indigenous peoples, because that's a violation of the law. But it involves things where you don't feel that I'm entitled to what you have. So we fight about it.
Not only that, they somehow, and I have yet to figure out why, giving to some other group means that they're taking from you. I literally sat here and told somebody, because when we was talking about the insurrection at the Capitol, the terrorist attack on the Capitol, and I was just really pissed off and frustrated and everything else. And my issue was nothing was being done. And I had a conversation with somebody who said, so what do you want? Do you want them to be shot and all the gun phases and everything? And at first I said, thank you for realizing that being shot with bullets and everything was wrong. Appreciate you, idiot. But my second thought was, no, I don't want them to be shot. No, I don't want them to be gassed. No, I don't want them to be hit with rubber bullets. No, I don't want them thrown on cement and busting their head where blood is coming out their ears. No, I don't want that. You know who else I don't want that for? My community.
I put it to you like this,
you
brother.
You understand why I want equal rights is I don't want bad on top of bad and call that equal. I want good on top of good to be equal.
Yeah, the opposite of being privileged is not being okay. The opposite of being privileged is being underprivileged. You know what I mean? What I would also say is, I'm like this. Make us all Americans. And what that would mean is you either have to raise the floor or you need to lower the ceiling. I don't care which one you do, honestly. So this is where I differ from what you were just saying, Marlon. See, either you can raise the floor, in which case I start to be treated like I'm white. And all people who are not white get treated like they're white. Same privileges, same customs, same everything. Or you can lower the ceiling and you can all get treated like you're black. I don't care which one you do. I'm saying I'm sick of this second-class citizen status. That's my problem. That if you're black, you get this level of benefit. If you're Asian, you get this level of benefit. No.
And where can you move to? I've been thinking about. I'm like, I want to leave America so bad. Where am I going? Where? I'm like, oh well, I got 2 countries I could go to. Well, no, not even Cuba anymore because I'm not allowed to.
Tracy, let me put it to you this way: if we literally packed up every black American and moved us over to Africa, they'll have a reason to come over to Africa.
They would never let it happen.
There will be a threat, or we have resources that they have over there now, and they're just robbing the crap them now, aka the blood diamond. It would never ever be go back where you belong, because that way we could have our country, you could have your country.
But what African country am I going to? Or do they not know that Africa is a continent and not a country?
They don't care. Their whole purpose is for you to understand that you're not the same as them.
You're not here anymore. That's the point.
Yeah.
You're not
somebody would,
and they don't even mean it. And that's the thing. They don't even mean it, because there's been many movements over time. When we tried to go to Algiers, when we tried to go to Tanzania, when we tried to go to Cuba, when we tried to go, it doesn't matter.
We went to Cuba. Oh,
they don't want us to go. They want us to stay in our place.
Yep.
That's what it is. See, the problem with the American Europeans culture is it's not enough to win. You must lose.
And be destroyed.
And you must acknowledge that I won. And so long as we have that dynamic, here we are. But then we get into a whole different discussion, which we don't need to have tonight, because the reaction
do realize the only reason why I'm allowing you to go and do all the stuff you've done so far,
because I did well today,
is because you won. So
by some miracle.
Don't sit here and stop and go, but we're not going to get into it.
No, because it's a really long. No, because it's a really long discussion.
Well,
because now it's about how do we react to an environment that politics isn't working.
I just want a country to move to. That's all I want. Just somebody throw in the comments one country I could live in.
You could move to Cuba. You could move to Trinidad and Tobago.
I can't move nowhere in Europe. That's out. Europe is awful.
You can move. Oh, I wouldn't want to live in Europe just because I don't like the food
with England,
and it's too cold. But you can move to many countries in South America. So there's different places to go. Just understand that wherever you go, you're never going to escape the tendrils of colonialism.
Yeah, that's the part.
It's touched the whole world.
I'm like, even Canada. Nope, that's America Junior.
Well, Canada, I mean, my thing with Canada is it's too cold. See, I don't like the cold.
I love the cold. I love cold weather.
So you have more options of places to go. Everywhere I want to go, the ocean's rising and it's trying to eat up all the islands. So I'm looking at Guyana right now.
Do you heard about the story? Somebody sent me the story on my group, Radical Truth to Power on Facebook. Cheap plug. That that the NAACP is asking students, suggesting students don't join any schools in Texas.
Yeah, they want athletes not to sign contracts in the state of Texas.
My response to them was, "Good luck with that."
Well, you can't tell a starving community not to eat. That's the problem. So I have long been in favor of full withdrawal from PWI schools and go to HBCUs. And the reason I say that is because the talent drain alone would force money to head towards HBCUs. See, so long as our best talent is going to their schools, then the money can continue to reside over there as far as like merchandising and all that stuff. But that talent refuses to go there. Now, first, they're going to make an example out of you. So last year, I think it was last year, it might have been the year before at this point, there was a huge number of our athletes who refused to go to predominantly white institutions, and they went to HBCUs. And the following year's draft, 0 athletes were taken out of HBCUs in the NFL draft. 0. That was them making a statement. saying, oh, so you want to act like you're not going to feed our system, but we'll stop you from going this way. You got to expect that. But over the long term, 2, 3, 4 years, if it was a almost total blackout, so to speak, you would see Nike and Reebok, everybody who puts money in the NCAA, all that money would start coming to HBCUs. Because not to sound too callous or crass, but nobody wants to watch an all-white football team. So the beauty of the blended cultures and ways that we approach the game only manifests when everybody is playing. So if you want more money to come this way, you got to be willing to make that exit. But the problem is, as we make that exit, what are you saying to the individual athlete whose opportunity they are now having to trade to help their community? They won't get anything for that trade. And that's a hard thing to expect from someone.
Look at the NAACP. Look at the NFL. Look at Major League Baseball. I would try to throw hockey in there if you want me to.
Basketball.
But the NBA, big places like that. As much as I would like to say that these are racist institutions, it's kind of hard for me to say these are racist institutions. This is money.
But money is built off racism. Or racism is built off money.
This is classism.
No, but racism is a real thing.
I know, no.
When you look at the NFL,
I believe that, but here's my argument. The NAACP and the NFL is going to try to get as much money as they possibly can in any means necessary.
NAACP is a different creature.
Yeah, they ain't on the NFL's level.
NAACP is a civic organization.
Don't nobody donate that much money to the NAACP.
Nope, and I know because I used to be part of it.
Yeah, let's keep it real. National.
Yeah, you keep saying NAACP.
You mean NCAA?
Okay,
yeah,
NCAA. Okay.
NCAA, the National Collegiate Athletes. Yeah,
I'm like, why are you picking on the
NAACP? They ain't did nothing. What he talking? They don't make no money.
Oh my goodness! I was like, why is he arguing with me? I don't understand where I'm going. What did I say wrong? Oh, sorry. NCAA is a money-grabbing institution.
Yeah. No,
They're
really?
Go where the money is. I don't honestly. Now, don't be wrong when I say this because I have a caveat. They're going to go where the money is. Black, white, Hispanic.
I agree.
Whatever. I need your money, bruh. This is what I need. I need your money.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I say caveat, please do not believe that there's no good old boys network working at the very top.
Absolutely.
Okay?
They're called boosters.
But when I'm talking about the lower class entities, is what this is saying. Let all the talent go to the black colleges. Where do you think the money's going to go?
It'll come with them.
Because they're going to go.
Yeah, but you got
eventually. It'll take a little while.
There's a lot of talent. There's a lot of eyes on these schools.
It's two problems with what y'all saying, though.
Going to these schools, which means we need to put more money into those schools.
It's two problems with what y'all saying. As much as I want to agree with y'all, it costs an arm and a leg to go to some of these historically black colleges. If I'm keeping it real, my sister went to Howard, and what she paid, I'm like, you got to be crazy to pay that kind of money. You could have went to Harvard. Way cheaper. She wanted to go to a historically black college. Hold on, let me finish.
I wish I had gone to an HBCU.
She wanted to go to a historically black college. And there's no historically black colleges in Indiana. But I'm like, y'all pricing, I mean, it's not cheap to go to a historically black college.
First of all, it all depends on which HBCU, because a lot of HBCUs are in a range that makes it so many of our students can go to college. So Howard University, Morehouse, Clark Atlanta, and Spelman are special case schools. Those are our top tier, but they don't get treated like that as far as like the wider community, because the wider community is a wider community, which is actually focusing in a different way. But you look at the quality of education that you get out of Howard, that is an Ivy League level education if you go there.
It is.
So it's just a matter of how we view things. Unfortunately, we still have, as a collective, this issue where anything the black is automatically treated as a one-off. And that has really rooted itself deep. So it's not like something that everybody's just consciously doing, but it's always treated as a one-off, you know. And that's what we deal with in business, we deal with it in law, we deal with it in medicine. You know, it's pervasive, and we're all part of the same culture, so we oftentimes adopt some of the same
And the
ideas.
other thing that I don't think
Tracy,
y'all
Tracy, hold on one second. I don't mean to interrupt you. I promise you, I don't mean to. We're 5 minutes out from leaving the show, so Tracy, I'm gonna let you go ahead and respond. So I'm gonna step away from 1 second.
The only thing I'm saying in this case, and I don't want to sound like a Debbie the Downer, but when an athlete wants to go to the next level, except for the NBA, they just let anybody in. So I'm talking football, because that's really, to me, the only sport that matters is football. When you go to a school like a Florida A&M, a Tuskegee, a Howard,
Cookman, whatever. Right.
Yeah, whatever school, the scouts, they're looking there, but they're going to the Alabamas, the USCs, the Notre Dames, the Michigans, They're going to that.
But why?
I'm against that. But it's race. It's obviously racism. But what I'm saying is, if your goal as a male athlete is, I want to go to the NFL, it's gonna better suit you to go to Notre Dame than Florida A&M.
That's the exact point I made earlier.
Yeah.
That so long as you have a starving population, they are going to have to eat. But see, the thing that we have to also look at is, if I get to be a marquee player, so not your Rudy Poo, but if I get to be a marquee player in college or NFL, when I get there and I get that big contract, I'm not the only one eating. That's my mama eating, my auntie eating, my cousins are eating. You know what I mean? It represents multiple people, and it completely shifts the financial trajectory for that family. So when you talk about, or when I talk about withdrawing and shifting, that's saying to those individuals to sacrifice that opportunity. So that's where I think the biggest, heaviest lift is. Because
that's going to be hard to do, to convince a male athlete, hey, don't go to Michigan. Don't go to Michigan where you're going to get a look. Go down there to Bethune, McLeod. Not to say that's not a bad school.
But we're seeing that. We are seeing that happen more right now, because this country is so toxic that our children are not safe in white spaces. So you're finding where these kids are literally making the decision that I may not get to go to Alabama. I may need to go to A&T, but at least I will feel safe and I will feel welcome where I am, and I'll contribute there. And first of all, football, I know we all love, well, I don't really care anymore, but it's a big thing, football. But just think about what we're doing. We value athleticism over scholarship.
Yeah, we do. Absolutely.
And what happens, and we do it for the financial part of it, because at the end of the day, if your child happens to win the athletic lottery, that can change your whole family.
Exactly.
Okay? So everybody is anchoring their dreams on an 8-year-old child. And that 8-year-old child is now out there in Little League, bashing and bumping all over the place. And see, the thing about size and weight is it's all relative. So 2 8-year-olds hitting each other is a slower speed or whatever, but relative to size is similar. So now you have this kid going through possible concussions, sprained muscles, breaks, all these things from 8 years old to 20 years old, all for the hope of getting to go pro. That's why I don't like football, because I don't like that we are using our children as the currency for that hopeful outcome, when we should look at a child who's 6'6" and not immediately say, yo, what sport do you play? Instead, find out, what is this kid actually into? You might be talking to a kid who wants to do robotics, but because he's 6'6" in the 10th grade, Guess where they're trying to get him?
I literally have to push back on that for 1 second though.
Go for
Because
it.
that reminds me of an episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
And the whole episode was that Will Smith was playing another guy who both of them had a chance at a scholarship, and fortunately, of course, for a TV show, it was based off of who won the game, not your skill, who won the freaking game. Will Smith had the ball, he misses the pass and everything else, knowing that the scholarship would go to this guy who, as he said, it wasn't as lucky as he was. And the guy, after the game, the guy pulled him to the side and everything. It was empty stadium. And he said, "Why did you miss that shot?" He was like, "Man, I don't know what you're talking about." He said, "I've seen you play before. You never missed that shot before since I've seen you. You purposely missed that shot." He was like, "Look, man, guys like us don't always get the opportunity to get out of our neighborhood. I was lucky. I'm giving it to you. You could be lucky." This guy said something so profound, it was hilarious. He said, "If you really think I'm stupid enough to believe that I'm going to use this scholarship to go to a school thinking and praying that I'm going to go to the NBA, you out of your mind. If you want to give me NBA money, fine. I'm using the scholarship before I can go to be an engineer so I can take care of my family for the rest of their life."
And that didn't change one bit about what I'm saying, because at the end of the day, he needed a lottery ticket to get that opportunity. Otherwise, how is he going to go to college to get to be the engineer? See, they did that in that story to kind of make it more human and touching, because it's a sitcom, but that's real math for people, right? We have kids who are in schools who don't get a second look unless they're great athletes. And they need that second look, not because they're going to get to go play in the NBA, but because if I can go play college ball, I can actually get a degree. Those are real stories. My problem is it's still waiting on a system that preys on it.
But what's the difference in a vacuum? What's the difference? Because that's not a race thing. That's more of whether you could either produce for me or you can't.
How do you say that's not a race thing?
Well, look at baseball.
You look at the makeup. You look at the makeup of the team.
Do you know
look at the makeup of the team?
Biggest issue is right now, whether they want to believe it or not, is the transfer portal. They have an issue with students, regardless of who you are, having the ability to go to any school that they want to if they feel like they're being used.
You talking about in high school?
They never once said that about a coach that can quit in the middle of the season to go to another school.
Get a job, get paid.
For a bigger
because they make their money off the kids.
But when it comes to the kids, what's the first thing that they say? Oh,
use a scholarship.
I don't like them having that choice, because if it's adversity, if they get one little bit of adversity, they want to quit and go somewhere else. No, they want to go where, sort of like what you did. You as a coach went to a better opportunity.
And it's only a better opportunity because it is a capitalist. And not that capitalism is all bad, but it is a system that is preying on the desperation of another group.
Yeah, because I have to agree with that, because you have look at all the used to be coaches that have camps for youth, and parents pay good money, not just some little bitty $50 here. No, I'm talking like money. Hundreds of dollars, so that their child can learn to throw a ball or dunk a ball or whatever it is.
Half the time, their kids already knew how to do those things. It's so you can be part of the club that you can be pulled from.
They go there so they can meet their hero.
Yeah, it's like travel ball. If you have a kid who plays baseball, you don't just let them be great at baseball for their school team. These kids are going to play travel ball. And travel ball is super expensive, and it takes a lot of time out of your parents and all of those things. But if you want to be someone who gets scouted out of high school, you better play travel ball.
Yep, you got to make videos.
You got to put You got to put money into this system. So it's all about the networking and what you can get close to.
This is a huge and important discussion. Can we take it up again?
Yeah, because
that's right, because it's late for her.
Yeah,
you gotta get ready to go to work
we're past. Susan, I'll tell you what. Let me know what it is that you want us to talk about. And
what are we talking about now? That's what she's.
You, Susan, you've been on this show long enough that we will go with this when it comes to topics. We
weren't even supposed to be talking about sports. We've been on it for the last 10,
that's
15
why I
minutes.
love these two. We flow from topic to topic. So we have no idea what the topic was that where this came in.
I think she's talking about what we're talking about now. Pretty sure.
Oh, are you saying in general?
Like sports.
About what we're talking about.
How, about sports
about the
and how
different
they
levels and all that
okay,
stuff.
Susan, you came in at the end date, and I'm going to end the show because I'm trying. That's another thing I'm trying to change is to keep it under the 3-hour mark. Thanks, Theus. Thanks, Tracy.
I mean, I'm good if we can end on a Saturday.
Hey, I can still watch the game.
Okay,
regardless.
Okay, 10 more minutes. But let me get this out quick. Susan, what I was saying earlier at the beginning of the show is I was apologizing to everybody that Saturday Night Vibe was supposed to be a more lighthearted show compared to Radical Truth to Power. Obviously, we have found out in this show that we actually can make it more a social event. Even this subject that we're talking about is not political. It is social. And we can apparently go 3 freaking hours on social freaking issues because it is important. So I am again splitting the two situations. Radical Truth to Power will be more political events because I really think it has to get out there. We cannot at this point in time, we cannot let crap slide anymore. It's a done deal. We let stuff slide, it'll slide downhill and we all gonna get crap. Bottom line. However, I also believe that the social issues that's going on in America right now is just as important. So if you want to analogize when I said screw DC, you need to be worried about your primary in your state. Is political is the most important things. It does affect us. Social issues that's going on right now does it immediately. So we have to get these social situations out, and that's what Saturday Night Vibe will be about. It's going to be a little more lighthearted, but we will be talking a lot more social issues on Saturday Night Vibe than Radical Truth to Power.
Yeah, one of the things that's really cool, Marlon, is we kind of are hitting the same pivot at the same time, because I'm also right now shifting from, and I'm not avoiding politics, right? But now it's going to take more of a back burner as we talk more about the community, about family, about how we move forward, because
and why those two seem to be not progressing, I'm going more towards it, but I'm always the oddball. That's just me being me.
No, I'm with you. Politics is still always a thing. It's just, and put this real brief in I'm gonna try to be brief. Let's see, but I know, right?
He's like that preacher said, "I won't keep you long." Well,
I won't hold you long.
Oh well, here we go. Just another 2 hours.
As I draw to a close. No, but it's. I don't care about the infrastructure bill. I don't care about any of the back and forths. I don't care if the infrastructure bill and the reconciliation bill passes or fails at this stage. I just don't care. What I care about is equal protection under the law. Can you stop these police from killing my people? And I care about my voting rights, because to be a U.S. citizen means that I should have equal protection under the law and my voice should count in elections. And right now, there are 2 pieces of major legislation that relate to that I don't even feel should even have to be legislation, but yet it is, and it still keeps getting kicked down the can. The can keeps getting kicked down the road. So infrastructure and the debt ceiling was more important than my citizenship. So I don't care about anything else they do except those two, because if they don't get those passed, then I already know what they think about us. But if they don't get those passed, we're done here. And my whole focus will change. It will not be pretty, because now I got to get my people ready for survival.
Yeah, Mickey. Yeah, we walked down this alley with the progressive queens, and she was like, "What, huh?" I was like, "Girl, see, football is this sport, and it's two teams, and they." It was like I was going from start, like the start.
Then you come to the right place, Mickey.
Except for me,
the NCAA is.
Well, they're letting players now make some money off of their.
They was forced.
They were forced.
Let's see what the contracts actually look like.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
So long as you can pay Nick Saban $7-8 million a year,
they can't stand it.
Yeah, they're like, oh, but
if you're not hearing something from the NCAA about the transport portal and making money off your name, image, and likeness, it's because they're just stomaching it. It ain't because they like it. They try to literally take this thing to the Supreme Court.
And the Supreme Court was like, y'all got to be joking. One of the few decisions they made, I'm like, yes, y'all got something right. Y'all actually got something right.
The fact of the matter is that's why I was saying that this is classism. They really could give a damn what race, creed, color, religion you was. Can you make us money?
Yep.
Period.
I disagree.
If you get hurt, too bad, because we got your replacement right behind you. So if you start putting those 4-star people into those black colleges where eyes start switching over to them,
the money will come.
They're not gonna sit there and go, "Oh, well, that's a black school. We're not gonna go." Please, they will have
they'll do it for a couple years though.
Outside that, they will have a 18-wheeler NBC truck outside that college before the players get there.
I think they will hold out for a couple years because they want to try to starve you to stay where you are.
Again, as a person that watches sports, and not that I've ever played football, but it would take it's going to take a lot of convincing to tell some young man, hey, what you want to do is you want to go down there to Florida A&M. Screw Alabama, screw Notre Dame, forget about Michigan. That's a hard sell. That's all I'm saying.
It's not as hard a sell as you think for this generation, because this generation is more in touch with their community than our generation was. Our generation grew up so all about me, fi, me. But this group of kids who's grown up watching nothing but a black president being assaulted for being black, who's grown up watching more police kill more black people on camera, who have watched more court cases where we get ignored for treatment, who have seen random people who are just athletes running down the street, taking a jog, getting killed. This generation cares more about their people than our generation.
Oh, yeah, right.
Hands down.
I agree. I mean, like I said, I don't disagree.
So they're
with
making some decisions. So
I have literally said this before, and
I agree. It's going to be hard to get a huge number.
We are 2 generations away from what we want this place to be.
What do you mean?
Grandchildren, great grandchildren.
I don't know, bro, because
I do.
History cycles.
I have literally sat here and looked at the generation behind me who have fundamentally gone out of their way to make the racist, sexist, homophobic people life freaking miserable by technically using technology. And who are the people who are standing in their way of doing more damage than what they really want to do? Our generation.
That's true, because everybody fights change. So Susan, to your question, are sports a way to power for black kids? No. Sports is a way to financial security. It's not the same thing as power. So, and I say that because like in the NFL, where 80% of your players are black, but you only have like 3-4 black coaches, and you don't have any black ownership.
No black ownership.
So it's not a way to power. It's a way to a better income and standard of living. But now you're still subject to the will of someone who doesn't have your interest at heart. So no, but it is a way to for some families.
It's generational wealth.
Yep, like I say, watch all the mothers on draft day. I'm like, it's him getting drafted, not y'all,
But it is her being drafted, because when her baby picks up that $5-6 million contract, guess who no longer is starving? Guess who? You know what I mean?
I gotta push back on that. If you want to see me cry, always hear me sit there, because there was one guy I'll never forget him, because
when he retired his mother, that I was like, okay, y'all ain't
call
got to
him
me
mama
cry.
and say, you ain't never got to work another day.
Exactly.
Right now.
So that's the dream.
It's a generational wealth thing. The deal is why you have a lot of NFL things that you haven't seen ever in the NFL. And I would say the NBA, but good gracious, the NBA just pays off the wazoo anyway, so it's kind of hard to.
They got guaranteed contracts.
The NBA has a strong union.
Yeah.
The NFL is a union buster, and they make sure that you stay in your place. See, they substitute your money for your dignity. This is why I hate the NFL.
That's changing.
That's why I hate the NFL.
You have seen a lot of NFL players who are not settling anymore, and you have seen a lot of NFL players. I have never been so proud when I heard one of them, and I can't remember what that player was saying, "I'm not giving you a hometown guarantee."
No, that's all well and good. The point I'm making is the NFL for 10 years has been in your face with how they feel about the people who make their money. In your face. When we were protesting, shut up and just suffer. Them ain't your people. That ain't your family. Go play ball. Shut up and play. That's what the NFL has told us over and over and over and over and over. And we still keep loving on them because we're a slave. Now I use that word intentionally, to entertainment.
That's all they are to me. I have yet this year and every further year from this point on, I have sat here and said, I do not want you to buy another NFL product for me. And every year, I'm a Panther fan. Every year, I was the easiest person on the face of the planet to shop for Christmas. Get me a Panther something. This year, I have told everybody, do not buy me absolutely nothing related to the NFL. They have enough money. They are a bunch of liars. They are a bunch of cheats. I don't want to have any association with you. I am purposely using them for what you are. You are Sunday afternoon entertainment.
And I think that's an important thing that has to be drawn as a distinction, because at first I used to get so upset because I am very sensitive, okay, especially when it comes to how I view our community. So when they did with Colin, for me, it was never about Colin. It was about what Colin was doing. So that was what their response to him was, their response to us. And at that point I was done. But I realized that most people, that just isn't important enough to them. And they see it a different way. They need to be entertained. They need their escape. They have emotional attachments to something that has absolutely no attachment to them, but whatever. Right. So cool. Those who watch the NFL, I ain't got no criticism for you. Do your thing. But it's one of those things where it's like, if you can't get offended, then how can you keep getting offended at other people for other reasons? You know what I'm saying? Like, they basically are calling you the N-word and telling you to shut up and do what you're told. But you're able to kind of compartmentalize that because you enjoy the game so much. But then when they do it like in a business situation or something else that you're not as emotionally tied to, now you want to protest. Now you want to march.
I
You know what I'm saying?
I have literally put every sports entertainment. I'm not a big NBA fan.
Yeah, I can't stand basketball.
I am a big NFL fan, and I am a big, well, I'm a wrestling fan. I ain't gonna say big. If you want to use me watching your product as a means of income, knock yourself out. What you're not gonna get from me is my actual income.
That merchandise.
In other words, you're not getting my money for your little jersey. You're not going to sit there and see me throw a little flag on my truck to celebrate you and anything. I was given free tickets to go to a Panther game. Turned it down. I don't. You're not getting my money. You're not getting my cash. You want to use my number as watching your product, which I'm trying to be facetious for the fact that I know that you're not counting me because I'm actually watching you on a screening channel and you can't count me. I'm being funny. I know you can't count me anyway, but that's pretty much what you're getting from me, period.
Yeah, you're getting the money from the advertiser who's paying you to let me see something.
Knock yourself out.
Yeah, every time like I said, it's only one sport I watch. I don't care about basketball. I don't care about baseball. I don't care about soccer. I don't care about tennis. I don't care about race car driving. Even though I grew up in Indianapolis, I can tell you probably every driver in the race. Never have watched, never gonna watch it.
I'm sorry. Whoa.
I said I grew up in Indianapolis. I care nothing about race car, NASCAR, midget car racing. I don't like any of it. It's only one sport that I watch.
You don't like it?
I don't like it. I only like one.
Tracy, sometimes you say stuff that's so.
No, because when you live in a motor,
of course Tracy would like.
When you live in a motor city, you gonna learn stuff about motorsport racing.
Tracy, I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah, but Indianapolis is the capital of motorsport.
No, it's not.
Yes,
it is Charlotte, North Carolina.
Indianapolis 500, biggest race there is.
And every other sport runs through Charlotte, North Carolina. Where's the NASCAR Hall of Fame? Charlotte, North Carolina.
Y'all out of my depth anyway. We got the Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Indiana, period, point blank, all day, every day.
And you should thank us for supporting that one too. Is it possible to use the power of the purse even in boycott?
Thank you.
Nothing in your purse. Yeah.
Now that's true. You can't boycott money.
You really want to start hitting these people, hit them in their money. The protests and everything, and I'm not saying don't do it. I'm not saying that. They know it's not going to last.
But that's not even the point that she was just raising.
Yeah, the point she's raising is how you going to boycott with money. You ain't got no money to boycott
well, it's like it goes back to that old thing that you hear occasionally. It resurfaces about black buying power. It's a myth because, yeah, we spend a lot of money, but we spend it on essentials. So you want to hurt somebody. In order for us to hurt someone through an economic boycott, we have to hurt ourselves. It's nonsensical. We don't have the money for that, right? You're not going to buy milk. You're not going to buy eggs. You're not going to buy clothes. You're not going, right? So, yeah, I feel it there. You want to really start to do some things, and it would actually help everybody. That's the crazy thing. Cut the check. Make the debts good for those who are descendants of American chattel slavery.
And the thing
Cut
about
the check.
Absolutely. And the thing about that is there's talk that there's going to be money paid to the parents who had their children separated.
Y'all was going to make me go 3 hours.
But we didn't mean to, but you got something else.
But see, that's a different thing. And I encourage anyone because that article and that whole topic was built in such a way to piss us off.
It doesn't make me mad because I think they should get money.
Yeah, because Tim Black actually did an amazing breakdown on this in his earlier show. But yeah, it's really just a clever device to shift the black community to now be against the immigrant community.
No, I'm like, get more money.
Yeah, because my thing is, What they're suing for is not reparations. And I got mad earlier today when Tiffany Cross on MSNBC, she used the term reparations for the money that's supposed
Oh,
to be
you
paid to
watch
these
that
families.
show? I don't watch that channel at all.
I absorb news, except Fox because it's not news. But she used that term, and I was like, see, that's how you know you don't have control of your own stuff, right? Because what they're dealing with are settlements for people kidnapping their damn children.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what that is.
Those are lawsuits that are settling claims that happened because of Trump. Reparations, that's a different discussion.
Whole different story.
That's 400 years of deferred compensation.
Yep, you
that ain't
it.
just slavery. That's Jim Crow. That's all of it. So it's like the two arguments are getting brown together just to make us mad.
Oh no, I'm not separating. I have no problems with that family getting money because their children were separated. I'm just saying, hey, you can put some reparations in there too. You got the money.
I 100% agree there.
That's all I'm saying. Hey,
but America don't want to do that.
Cut the checks.
Yep.
That was a
bait article.
And when I say this, it's not an insult. I totally, honestly believe that those people deserve the money.
Mm.
However, this was a hip hop month moment.
Yep.
This was a throw something to let you know that we kind of hearing you.
No, we're not.
But we're trying not to use. We're trying to use as less money as we possibly can.
If they really heard
this
us,
is
they
hey black people be mad at the immigrants.
Oh no, I never said they did hear us. I said that's what their thoughts and belief is. That they're trying to say that we kind of hear what you're saying.
We'll give you Juneteenth, a holiday that I've always celebrated. I don't need the federal government to tell me to celebrate Juneteenth. I already celebrate it. Thank you.
Like I said about Tiffany, the whole Tiffany thing, because she really pisses me off. That's how I know she doesn't control her own content. But that was the whole thing. She kept using the word reparations. She kept purposely blurring the lines between these different events. And I'm like, you should know, and I'm sure you do.
Of course you know, but you got to get that check.
Right. That's not what's happening.
That's
and
what
you're
being
used to mislead your own people.
You got people like Candace Owens who
why you gonna make me throw up?
Why you gotta bring her name?
I know. I'm just like, really?
Because I have to say this.
You said that you wanted to keep this show under 2 hours. You can bring her name up. Like, really?
I got 3 minutes, and I'm gonna be through with this. Candace Owens wants to invade Australia.
For what?
Because their health director kind of pissed off talk crap to Cruz, basically.
So that person's a hero. Okay.
He was. Cruz, Australia actually have a mandate. Australia people didn't complain. Cruz went, I'm standing behind Australia because of the mandate and how this is just... I really don't have to go word for word. I said Ted Cruz, fill in the freaking blanks.
Yeah, Ted Cruz also was saying what's wrong with using a Nazi salute. So whatever.
Ted Cruz is the man that supported the candidate that called his wife ugly.
Yeah,
why am I listening to him?
Yeah, he's left his people to die. He's just
threw his own babies under the bus. I'm like, boy.
So Candace Owens went on her little show and said that we need to invade Australia because they're a threat, they're a thing else. And at this point, we still don't know if it's satire or was she being realistic. And you know what's funny? The bad part is for you to be such a journalist of true nature, we don't know if it was satire or you.
Oh no, she's a college dropout, just like me.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
She's a drop. She never finished her journalism degree.
But she married up.
She sure did marry up. Hey, girl, we all gotta have dreams.
This is such a pathetic timeline that we live in.
Her and Diamond and Silk.
I really look at the Flash and Legends of Tomorrow when they do time traveling and everything. And sometimes I would look at them and go, "Can you take me to another timeline? Because this one sucks. This one broke. I don't know what's going on anymore."
Just keep me in the 80s. No, Reagan was in the 80s. Dang.
No, I want Clinton's era again.
No, I don't.
No, because then we had the gang wars. So for me,
whatever. I got 99-cent gas. Whatever.
On that note.
And you also got the crime bill and also defunded the welfare.
Okay.
See, there's really no time. There's no perfect time, and that's what that shows.
That's why when people ask me, because that came up in my job once, and they were like, "If you can go back, and in the companies to those stupid icebreakers," and my response was, "Can I take weapons?" That was my response. Is that what decade or time would you like to go back in history? I said, "Can I take weapons?"
Yeah.
If I can take weapons, yeah, I'll go back in time. I'll go right on back to around 1618. Give me some time to set up, and I'll meet them as they get off the boat.
I don't want to go back because
how do we forget about little old Jesse Lee?
Because
you talk about somebody that dropped off the cliff.
Jesse Lee, that's that black man who hates being black, right?
Him and Larry Elder, they in the same club.
And that gumball dude.
Who's the sheriff? Wasn't that Jesse Lee?
Clark.
Oh, Clark was Clark.
Yeah, with the cowboy hat on.
Yeah.
I support Trump.
They bring him out every so often.
Who's Jesse Lee? Is that black dude that's on Fox?
Jesse Lee is the one that he went up against Rashard Ritchie one time. He's the one he's just like Clayton Bigsby. I mean, it's the best way I can put him. He sounds country and stupid and uneducated, but he's always against black people no matter what.
Who's the one on Fox that just does nothing but yell? Every time I've seen him, he cannot get a sentence out without yelling it.
I ignore the right.
Yeah.
I ignored the right because they literally make no sense.
Because the only black person on the, because I mean I know it ain't Juan because they don't let him talk. I don't know, man, because I don't know all their personalities.
It's so many of them.
Ain't but 5 of them. But...
I know you're thinking it's so very few of them. It's like you should know them, but I just ignore them. They're stupid.
Susan, you kind of kinky. I don't know how to even take this comment. I'm just messing with you, Susan. I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you, Susan. Jesse Lee and other Richie is like debating it.
They don't want
it wasn't it? Oh my gosh, it was painful to watch, man.
Like, Dr. Rashard Ritchie just made him look. I'm like, boy, shut up. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing.
No.
That's not gonna happen.
Dr. Rashard Ritchie is just way too sharp. But yeah. How he just gonna leave us?
He's just gonna leave us there again.
Well, I need him to come back so we can say goodnight.
Yeah, because I'm like, wait a minute, it's Sunday. And I think I know what challenge he's got for me. And I'm like, nope, I'm going to lose.
If I could make a challenge for you, I would be like, you have to promote the Democratic Party.
I have for the longest time been trying to go to the bathroom and y'all two will not let me go.
No, you keep bringing up new stuff.
Yeah, if you keep on bringing up new stuff, just say, hey, I got to go.
Yeah, it's your show. You can end the show.
This is your show. This ain't my show. Hey, I did a 38-minute show. I was done.
Okay, give me 30 seconds. Give me 30 seconds. I'm pretty sure y'all can. I think
mine was like 45.
Bye.
Good night, y'all. Good night.
I thought he said he was coming back.
No, he said bye.
Yeah, I think he said bye to the bathroom because he hasn't said yeah.
I am coming back.
Yeah, he's coming back.
I was about to hit the button. I was about to hit that button. I thought.
Yeah, I was like, no, he's coming back. He's got to say goodbye. Now, Theus, come on now. I know it's early in the morning.
Oh, Lord. 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'm going to lose to say something good about the Democrat. I'm so ready to run as a socialist. Y'all do not know how close I am. I'm just like, I want to do it. But I know I ain't got a chance to win. And I can't run. If I can't win, I can't run.
Well, here's my take on that. I say that we still have to vote because it's for our...
Oh, we do.
And no, I mean we still have to vote for the Democrats because it's a defensive strategy. Period. Point blank. I am not pro-Democrat Party. Okay, be very clear about that. But defensively, for the people that I care about who are not ready to fight a civil war, then our best play is defensively there. But at the same time, we have got to start building up our own infrastructure, at rapid pace. That was the purpose for our show earlier today. We have to start preparing
these schmucks,
ourselves.
I'm like, oh, they just think they gonna win because they got D's on their neck. Okay, keep on.
And that's true. So my thing is, the long play is we have to make them go through another Trump moment, which is when we be like, look, we can't save you from yourself. And the world, if the country's going to burn and fall and everything, then it's just going to burn and fall. But before we can do that, there's work we have to do. Yeah. We have to be in a position where we are armed. Yeah. We have to be in a position where we can have food, where we can protect ourselves with our shelter. There are things that, and it's going to be a dark, ugly day. It's going to be the 1930s all over again. But we're not ready for that. So every time I hear people on our side from our community talking reckless about let's just not vote, or we're going to throw our vote a different way and all that, to me that's reckless talk, because our people aren't ready. And my concern are our children and our elders who will die.
Basically,
I'm not playing hyperbole or anything. They'll die because we decided that we were so fed up with the incompetence of the Democratic Party that we let this thing happen. Because I do study history. I do remember the fact that Adolf Hitler, and I'm saying his name, he was in government.
Yep,
and he got run up out of the government, put in jail, in exile, and then came back above the government. So you're telling me we're going to let that playbook roll again and let those types of atrocities roll again? They're killing us now. Okay. So you really think you take the handcuffs off, they just going to stop? They're going to be like, well, we won. We're okay. No, they're going to push for apartheid. And it's going to be whatever version of horrors this generation can give us. So that's why I'm like, no, we have to do what we have to do defensively to keep as few of us from dying as possible. But at the same time, don't act like these are your friends. Because like your mama used to say, them ain't your friends.
Yeah, because they show proving that. I'm like, nah.
I have said it once. I've said it 1,000 times. There's a difference between not moving and dying.
But I think I know what Marlon's challenge would be for me. I don't think that would be the challenge.
Yeah, we're done with the political talk. Everybody, if we got a few minutes, throw in your Tracy challenge really quickly. And I know we're on a delay and everything.
I'll give y'all one. No, because I know I would lose that.
We're on a delay. I'll give you 3 more minutes. Everybody right now who's watching in this audience who hasn't even said anything, and I got a few people in here, which is kind of irking me that I got a few people in here and y'all not saying anything. But fine. I'll put my ego aside.
One of them is me.
Huh?
Yeah, because I was like, there's one I know I can't do.
I'm saying I'm one of the people.
I could probably say something good about the local Democratic Party.
No.
I want to hear Tracy advocate for Joe Biden.
Oh, Lord.
Re-election. That's what I want to hear.
Wait a minute.
I want to hear Tracy advocate for the Joe Biden re-election campaign.
You know what? Wait a minute. You know what? I think I do know something. I think I do know a challenge for Tracy.
I thought y'all was gonna say don't talk about church or growing up in the church or growing up in a black church.
No, because you can do that. So no.
I think, and like I said, I got some people coming in. No, Tracy would explode.
I would not discuss. Okay, I can discuss women's sexuality, but what I'm not gonna do is describe positions and all this other kinky stuff. No, that ain't gonna be. I'm not gonna do well at that challenge.
It ain't got to be kinky.
Tracy, I don't want you to explain a kinky thing whatsoever.
No, you really don't.
I'm talking about me
That's
personally.
like listening to your sister talk about stuff.
It's
Yeah,
like
I'm too. Nah, I'm
it's
gonna have
like
to
your
pass on that.
sister. It's like your sister knocking on your door, coming in and going, "Hey, can we talk about condoms?" Hey, yo, we ain't never gonna be that damn close.
Nah, I'm
We ain't
that
never gonna
church
be that damn
mother.
close as a family.
Yeah, no, I'm the church mother trying to talk to the youngsters about sex. Nah, that ain't gonna work. But advocating for oh goodness, I don't even know what I say.
Here's my thought, and I probably put up for a vote. I want to see Kid Tracy go a whole show of not talking about the Democratic Party.
Ooh.
Zero. Nada.
Ooh.
Nothing. I don't care what video I pull up, and trust me, if I do this,
I think she can do
it.
I don't think I can do that.
I think you can because you did it pretty much this entire show until the very end.
Oh, because they be so bad. I be like, y'all got potential. Why y'all gonna try to?
Yeah, I think sex is winning. Sex is winning.
Sexuality is it?
Look, I have no problem talking about sexuality. I just think that it's some things that y'all don't need to know about me, and it's some stuff about y'all I don't need to know. That's all I'm saying.
You don't know nothing about me.
I can feel you.
That's right. And I don't want you to know about me. That's all I'm saying.
So we can talk about other people.
You ain't got to know about
Marlon,
why I
you got
this
some
twin
porn
set in my bedroom. That ain't nothing.
No, porn is not gonna be something I'm gonna talk about. I'll tell you that right now. No.
It's somebody else. It's not me. It's not you.
No,
I'm sorry. I'm just messing with you.
I don't want to watch nobody do nothing. No,
I understand because I don't think you should make someone purposely uncomfortable. So it's okay.
No,
I'm not gonna do that to you, Tracy. And like I said,
I'm too
you're
young
darn near
for
sister to me. I honestly do not want to hear you talk sexual about absolutely nothing.
Who does? I don't even want to hear it. Like, nah, nope. I'm that old church mother with the $10,000 worth of peppermint in her purse. That's me.
All stuck to the bottom.
Stuck at the bottom. You can't get them.
And to itself. You know, the kind of candy that you have to take about 15 minutes peeling the plastic off.
Got to peel all that hard plastic in it.
That butterscotch. Yeah.
Yep, that's me. I embrace her. I embrace who I am. I grew up around church mothers.
Suck on the candy to get the plastic off because that's the only way you got to make the candy small.
You just acknowledge that you're gonna eat some paper with this.
Yeah,
pretty much. You know how much
it doesn't have to be about me, Mickey, but I don't like to talk about that aspect of my life because I don't feel it's nobody's
taking
business.
The sexuality out of it because
I don't know.
Hey man, we've been trying to end the show for like 30 minutes,
and we are right now. I will have the challenge by next week, and I'm really pushing towards that. Tracy can't talk down Democrats at all.
Say something positive about me, like.
No, I didn't say positive. I didn't say positive. I said I cannot say nothing negative about the Democratic Party.
I know I can't do it. I already know I can't.
Show a couple clips of Nancy Pelosi.
Oh, no.
We're finna go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, non-conforming individuals, that is our show for tonight. Thank you, Theus. Thank you, Tracy. Please, on the way out, don't forget to hit that like button. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Do not forget to hit that notification button just in case you never know when we're coming up. And until next time, we will see you when we see you. Peace. And I
like those topics too.
Yeah, I like the political implications of women. I like that. Bye, everybody. Have a great
Bye,
day.
everybody.